Hello, everyone. Welcome to Rime of the Frostmaiden, a Patreon campaign starring all of these lovely people. I want to start off by saying shout out to all of our Patreons. Because of our Patreons, everything that we do here is possible. All of the one-shots, three-shots, marathons. Thank you so much for your continued support. Thank you for helping me pay my bills. I love it. I appreciate it. If you would like to see what you can get for being a Patreon, you can check out this link here in the chat. Exclamation point Patreon. Nope, that doesn't work. I need to fix that. Go over here. I got it over here. There we go. Woo! Yeah.
Let's go.
Let's go. It's been a while. We also have a YouTube, so if you would like to see previous episodes of this campaign and all of our other campaigns, you can check them out over on youtube.com/StellaLunaTV. Shout out to Epidemic Sound, royalty-free music available at epidemicsound.com. We are also featuring Kevin McLeod, found at incompetech.com. If you would like to interact with this game, there's a couple of ways you can do so. You can hang out, redeem channel points, which you get for free just by chilling, lurking, sending a little, shit post in chat, whatever your heart's desire, to grant a blessing to the person of your choice. That is an advantage die or a reroll in a crucial moment. They can pocket that for the session. Or, if you would like to add an element of fate to the narrative, every $10 guarantees a draw from the deck of many things. This is actually a brand new deck of many things. Like, this still has like the plastic on it that I need to actually take off at some point. But yeah, new deck to break in, guys. This might be fun.
New cards smell.
Please be gentle.
Ooh, it smells.
It's suffering.
It smells like suffering.
Does it smell merciful?
Yes.
It smells like a flower for some reason.
Hey, I'll take it.
That's
that means
interesting.
Good, right?
Maybe. I hope so, for your sake. But also, I want to shout out, thank you so much for resubscribing, Schroeder and Melly, and also for the 500 bits zombie. Who do you want to give that nat 20 to?
Muted. Sorry, I gave it to V.
Okay, excellent. V, go ahead and mark that down. You have a natural 20 that you can use at any time that you like, which will grant you an instant success. We will now
Promise to waste it.
Cool. I love it. I love it. I love it. I love it. Hey, it gives you the opportunity to tell the story in a crucial moment the way you want to, right? That's the fun part. But before I do a recap of what happened last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden, we are going to go around and reintroduce ourselves. Please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and tell me a little bit about your character that you're playing today. And we're going to start off with Zombie.
Start with me this time. What? Hello.
Yeah.
I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie. I'm Z. What is your name to call me? I'm the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips, so that's up to your own discretion. Today I play Bam Nash, who's a big old orc wizard boy, who's here to do wizardy fun things, I suppose. He is started on this adventure, kind of wondering how we got here, wondering what happened here, but he has gone to with a lot of luck in his life, he has gone to kind of a college to learn how to do all this wizardy stuff, and he's just trying to do good and find mysteries. He's a big fan of mysteries.
Excellent. Thank you so much. You can find Zombie's links there in the chat. We'll pop on over to Schroeder.
Hi everyone, my name is Schroeder. I play Lyrinus, a half-elf fighter warlock. Both of our pronouns are they, them, respectively. I am very excited to get back into things today, especially with where we left off. A lot has changed for me. A lot happened since we were here last. I went to my first two conventions, Big Bad Con and PAX U. I overcame my discomfort with the New York City subway, and I am also in the pre-production process of creating a two-player GMless TTRPG called Until Our Heart Succumbs. So if you are interested in possibly being on a team that might be a part of making that, you can DM me, whatever. I'm definitely looking for priority BIMPOC and AAPI casting or hiring. So if you're interested, please let me know. And that's it for me.
Excellent. Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to V.
Hey, I'm Vertigo, V, whatever you want to call me. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I mostly play whatever weird games I can find and force my friends to play with me. As for our game today, I'm playing as Clay, the Harengon fighter, a little bundle of hope and determination who's trying to keep the group together and not get killed.
Excellent. Thank you very much. Last but not least, we've got Melly.
Hi, I'm Melly VT. I'm a TTRPG player and DM, and I play Ina, or Emmy, as the rest of the party knows her, because she's a changeling, and the rest of the party still doesn't know. Ina goes by any all pronouns. I go by she, there, and yeah, I'm really glad for us to actually being back doing another run, because I have missed you guys a lot.
Me too.
Oh, missed you too. I want to give a real quick shout out to James, also known as Apollyon. Unfortunately, he is unable to join us today, but please check him out. He is also a professional GM for hire on Start Playing. His link is there in the chat. If you want to get into a game, that is one way to do so. So, for a real quick recap of what happened last time on Rime of the Frostmaiden. Music change. God, it's been a while.
Oh, it has.
Okay. The party had made their way to Tourmaline, braving the vast white wilderness of Icewind Dale. You finally made it to one of the many 10 towns. And it is there that you continue your quest in search of the supposed murderer, Sepik Caltro. You were commissioned on this quest several towns ago, and you were still in pursuit of this individual. But today, as you had made your way into Tourmaline, you caught wind of a problem that the locals were having. There was something wrong with the mines. The people there have been scared off by dangerous kobolds. And the group of you, if you are familiar with kobolds, would know that they are not terrible creatures, that they can be reasoned with, that they are not so intense and dangerous as some folk might consider. So it is curious what is happening here. But you agreed. And the group of you have made your way to the gem mines in hopes of helping production resume and perhaps even finding the missing miner. You have made your way several floors deep into the mine. Gem mine. Map. Production. Dang, it's tough, y'all. I have a hard job. Okay. It is here that the group of you were met with several kobolds. You had pursued after them in hopes of information, in hopes of trying to reason with them, and they have retreated here to the 3rd level. And it is here that you are facing off with their leader. You see a kobold dressed in loose armor. Most notably on their person is a leather satchel. It is full. It is plump with some kind of soft inside. You don't know exactly what is within, but it is completely to the brim, stocked with something. And most noticeably behind this specific kobold that is their leader, there are these large wings that are crafted out of canvas and sticks. Let me get you a real quick picture of our boy here. You know him as Trex. And he looks like this.
That's our boy T-Rex.
No, it's Trex. Thank you very much. Very leaderly.
Rex has very good wings.
Yes, you can tell that they were made by him. So he's clearly very talented.
I should have stayed a kobold to come up and talk to him.
So, the exact moment that we left off, unfortunately, Ine, can you please describe to me what it looks like when you cast Charm Person and it fails?
So I go to cast Charm Person, and you see me like concentrating on this, and then I just look really, really confused. I look at Trex, I say, "What are you?"
The instant that this spell fails, you realize that it's not a matter of they saved against it, that they were fortified, or in an arcane or mental's way. It just failed in a way that feels almost as if maybe there's already such a spell on this creature. Trex raises a hand and points at you with one taloned finger. What do you think you are doing to me?
I'm just trying to see what we're doing here. We're not trying to cause any problems or anything.
You try to cast magic on Trex?
I'm gonna turn to the others and go, I think we're a bit screwed.
It wasn't fighting magic, it was nice magic.
Roll me persuasion. Okay. We'll see what happens here. 13. You see the accusing finger slowly curl down and pull away. Perhaps you are right. Trex does not recognize this spell very well. You see Trex crosses their arms over their chest, and they puff it up. Trex is here to protect all of the kobolds. We are in need of food and work. We do not wish to fight, but we will protect ourselves if we must. We seek safe passage to the town.
To the nearby town?
To Tourmaline, yes.
Yeah. Why would you want to go to Tourmaline?
You see the two kobolds behind Trex pop up and under the various wings. The one on the left says, "Food, food, food, hungry, hungry." The one on the right says, "Warm, safe."
There is food, but I don't think you'd be as welcomed as you think. I'm pretty sure we wouldn't be able to get you safe passage. I'm not going to lie there. That's
We could try a box.
That's really
a trench coat, something that might conceal them.
I'm gonna turn to Leonis and like really quietly go, "We are not. Are we seriously doing three kobolds in a trench coat here?"
Hey, you've told me some stories when we've been around the campfire, so I just thought I'd roll with it. I'm sorry.
Wouldn't we set up some form of a trade deal?
You see
like the way you
Trex
think.
stomp his foot.
Yeah.
You can be persuasive. Trex notices that you have not immediately sought violence in this situation.
Yeah, let's not get ahead of ourselves. I'm not exactly going to pull out my bow and kill you all over nothing if I don't have to.
I forgot my weapons in the other room, but it's just a happy coincidence now.
Does Learna say that
You're not
out
meant to
loud?
tell them that.
Yes.
You're
No,
not meant
that
to
was-
tell
that
them
was-
that.
That was 100% out loud, but it's
Okay,
like, you know,
okay.
it's everything's copacetic, man. Like we're
I'm
not
just gonna
trying to-
I'm just gonna elbow Leonis. Just like shush.
They have a
Also-
sensitive rib.
Bam, you get a blessing. Thank you, Fatal, so much for the blessing.
Thank you,
Thank you
Fatal.
so much.
The kobold looks at the two of you bickering back and forth. Is there nothing that you can do for the kobolds? You cannot take us out of this mine and take us to the safety of the town?
Of course we can. And back in the room where I left my weapons, I also left another thing called the Flavor of Faerun. It's a spice blend, and he was going to use it on the rat he was about to cook. Maybe we can help your rat and other foods taste better, as well as find you the warmth and shelter you need.
Oh, I recall the seasoning, yes, now that you mention it.
Okay. And you see Trex just shoving the other kobolds out towards the group of you. We will go with you to Tourmaline.
Stella,
With us? Okay.
Yes?
can I do an insight
How many
check on
of
Trex?
them?
I'm gonna too.
How many of you are there?
There are a few of us. There are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, including Trex.
A really low number for a hive of kobolds.
You see Trex stomp their foot, bit agitated. Clay and Bam, you have rolled insight checks. Clay with a 10 and Bam with 14. It's really hard to tell very much. Trex doesn't really have eyebrows. Does have eyebrow ridges, but doesn't have a very expressive face. And Trex is behaving very differently than the other kobolds. Not only are they able to articulate sentences better, but you can tell that they have much more expression, though it's not the same as the group of you. With the 14, Bam, you can tell that Trex is nervous.
Clay, at the end of the procession, is going to grab Bam's hand and try to just pull him slightly aside.
Bam allows you.
I'm not too sure about this. Something's giving me bad vibes.
I've sensed a lot of nervousness energy from this. Not sure if it's good nervous, bad nervous, what it is.
I want to help him, but worst case scenario, they attack the people we bring them to.
That is true.
I think we gotta be careful here.
Oh, I agree. I think we should be careful, but you never know. They could be just wanting to be nice, or wanting to get to there.
And then with that, Clay will slip back into the group.
As you do, Ine, Trex addresses you. There were more kobolds, but the shadows have taken them.
Honestly, you should have led with that, Trex.
It is dangerous in the mine, but this is where we will call our home if we are unable to go to Tourmaline.
What shadows do you
all...
speak of? Sorry.
No, you go for it.
Oh, we do not know. We do not stick around to find out, as you might say.
You've not seen a silhouette of its shadow on the wall. You don't know what its shape is, its nature at all.
You see Trex helplessly throw up their hands. So, last session, I can't remember who it was. Someone went exploring on their own.
Millie.
Ine, you did notice something strange. You were unfortunately unable to figure out what it was. But you got the sense that there was a predator or something in the shadows. Maybe a kobold?
Yep.
Probably not. You're not sure.
Probably not a kobold.
No.
It wouldn't have. The kobolds would have made way too much noise. It's definitely something else.
Yeah, it didn't make any noise whatsoever.
Yeah. Where was that? Was that in the central column going down?
I believe it was it was on the second floor in the opposite direction of the way here.
I believe it was when all of us but you went down the bucket, and then you did your thing, and then talked with them.
Yeah, I doubled back and turned into a kobold and started talking to the people sawing the bridge in half.
Yes.
Yes.
Yeah.
The very safe thing.
in character, we've heard Trex's name, right?
Yes. The other kobolds have identified Trex as their leader.
They identified the Trex to me at first, and then I said, "Hey, hi, Trex," like going up to them before you'd heard it.
So you have heard the name Trex.
Just making
And also, they are talking in third person.
Yes.
Oh, yeah.
Oh, that's great. But if there's a shadow taking people, I'm pretty sure I heard something, or like saw something in the middle. You know it's lurking in here with you, right? Is there only one way out?
You see the three kobolds shudder and they hug each other. Trex's head hovering over the others. Trex has been unable to find it. Trex is worried. But if we leave the cave, then it doesn't matter.
Trex, riddle me this. Why would you destroy the bridge if you are, like, the bridge over to here if you're trying to get out?
We are trying to keep the bad things from coming in.
Yes, but you're also trapped in with something bad too.
Mm-hmm.
You see Trex stomp their foot again. That is why Trex thinks we should go to Tourmaline.
How do you plan to go to Tourmaline if there's no way to exit if you destroy all your exits?
We shall halt destruction immediately and go to Tourmaline.
Oh, I suppose.
I'm going to turn to the others and go, against my better judgment. And I really, truly mean this, against my better judgment.
Yeah, I'm
We should at least go to the entrance.
What if we took care of that thing?
You see the two kobolds, Volt and Zerk. They appear pretty pleased with this. They nod aggressively, but Trex shakes his head and stomps his foot again. No. The town.
I mean, surely you don't want to leave your home, right?
Do you really think that this is much of a home?
Can I make a, I guess, would it be a survival or a nature check here? As to how weird this kobold is being, because none of that is normal kobold behavior at all.
It's up to you. If you want to do nature or insight, that's totally fine.
Let me just see which one I have higher. Insight.
Okay, roll insight.
Let's see. That's an 18.
18, very good. Yeah. This is not a normal kobold. They're talking about this doesn't seem like a home. Talking about warmth and things in the town. There aren't very many kobolds that make home of the 10 towns you would know from your time here. You have definitely seen one or two around, but not
like
7 in a
caves.
cluster.
Like, they like caves, they like dark things, they like places
They
that they
don't
can
like
all
light.
congregate in. They hate light. Why would they go
Hate
outside?
light. Yeah.
Hmm.
And you can see with the other two, they seem pretty pleased with the idea of staying here. But Trex is definitely pushing it.
Well, we can gather that Trex thinks that he's a dragon just by the putting wings on. I turn to the others and be like, I get very bad vibes from this. Trex is definitely under some kind of charm. I tried, and it didn't work. And not as in like, oh, I failed to do it. No, as in like, he's already charmed.
Yeah.
Clay
And I
looks
don't
at
know
Bam,
what
the
by.
magical one.
Yes, well, if one is under a spell and there's one's already under control, it is kind of hard to break that control without other considerable effort. So what are you suggesting? That this kobold is being mind controlled into going out of an environment it should never want to be in?
Yeah, kobolds hate light. Kobolds absolutely hate light. I
Okay.
am a little worried for what happens if we let that thing out. Also, we are still trapped in here with something that is mildly terrifying if it's taken out an entire kobold horde.
That's true.
I agree. Let's see.
I
if
want
we...
to get them to the entrance.
I want.
Okay.
Yeah.
Lyrinus, what did you want to say?
Alternatively, we could try to appeal to Trex's sense as a leader and concern for his kobolds. Maybe we could convince him that getting rid of the threat might be good now because it could follow them out of the cave to Tourmaline. We get rid of the evil, perhaps get their help.
Yeah. I think you should try that one.
Oh, that was my intention, yes.
Give another shot at it.
So Lyrinus turns back to Trex, looks at them and says, "Listen, my friend, I know that you are very concerned for your friends, those that follow you, those that you are, whose charge you are, over, who you care about. But if you simply leave, what's to say the shadow won't follow you to Tourmaline? What's to say you won't be safe there either? Not to mention that, as Emmeline said, the one I was arguing with earlier, we aren't sure that people would be happy to see you there. Just no fault of your own, but it would shock them. What if we took care of the evil down here, made it safe for you to be here? I can bring all the spices and stuff and maybe some other things to make the cave a nicer place, and you can make this your home, and maybe we can cut a deal with the town. Perhaps you could work as part of the workforce here, help the mine get back running, and you could make a barracks here and stay."
As you say all of this, you can visibly see the two kobolds going, yeah, 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 yeah. And they're so excited. They're super into this idea. You can tell that they don't understand everything that you're saying, but the vibes, they are absolutely drinking it in. Trex looks unimpressed. Trex looks like this is exactly the opposite of what he wants. And he says, he begins to push the other two behind him again. And as he does this, he moves in closer. And he leans in and lowers his breath. Maybe Trex can come with you. Maybe the others can stay here.
I'd like to roll perception or insight or whatever it would be.
Yeah, insight. Go ahead.
All right. Oh, dear.
With a 7.
I'd like to... Or I have to use a nat 20 beforehand?
You can use it now if you want.
Okay, I'll go ahead and use a nat 20.
Okay, with a nat 20, go ahead and mark that on your character sheet. With a nat 20, there's something so suspicious about this Trex guy. Trex does not seem to be genuine. Trex seems to be very persistent and pushy about the idea of leaving the cave. And Trex has exhibited unusual behavior of a kobold, is completely different from the others in personality and in persuasion. You can tell, no matter what you say, Trex does not want to stay here. And you can tell that Trex has completely selfish motivations here and is actually a really shitty leader. Go ahead.
Yeah, I don't want to let him leave. I'm getting really bad vibes right now. Considering the charm person.
Clay's gonna try to squeeze to the front.
Yep. If I notice you're doing that, I'm just gonna let you.
Yep.
He's just like, pardon me, excuse me, pardon me.
Sure, there you go. The small little
You gotta shovel
fluffy
all
one
the
goes
tokens.
past. Yep.
Wait for the hero of the realm.
Clay holds out a paw and says, look, we're gonna do all we can to help you, but if what you really want is to go outside to Tourmaline, you gotta show that you know how to interact with people, right? So he holds out his paw.
Trek slowly extends their claw out to you.
I'm gonna use a nat 20 on sleight of hand to steal his satchel.
Okay.
Clay just pulls him in and sort of like a hug and then grabs the satchel.
Okay. Fantastic. All right, hold on.
Yes.
This is so cool. Okay. You manage to slip the buckle loose, the one that straps the satchel over his shoulder. And as you do, you swing the bulk of it around, and you do it so perfectly that Trex doesn't seem to notice. So you are currently holding it behind your back. You can feel how squishy the satchel is. It's definitely full of something soft, maybe cloth, maybe herbs. It's kind of hard to tell at this point, but it does have an earthy smell to it.
Do I notice the other kobolds noticing that Clay was able to make this successful
Great question.
sleight of hand check?
No. Neither of them seem to notice. They are both holding their claws together and jumping up and down.
They're still excited about what I said.
Food. You?
So with one hand surreptitiously behind his back, Clay will step back. Like,
Okay.
well, we'll be happy to help you.
As you do that,
What wonderful thing is happening because of this?
I absolutely have my hand on my bow.
okay. As you do that, you see Trex slowly sink down. You see that puffed out chest deflating. You see his eyes turn over to the other kobolds, and he grabs their hands and jumps up and down and says, Food! And is just completely disregarding the group of you now.
I look down at Clay and I say, you are a genius.
If he's able to, Clay's gonna immediately like toss that thing to the side.
Like, down in the hole?
Oh, no.
More like into the towards the wall away
Here?
from him.
Okay.
Like towards Emmeline.
Okay. You do so. Hold on.
Do I want to catch this?
While this is happening,
It's going mostly towards the wall, so it's up to your own impetus. If Emmeline would be like, I want this.
I'll just let it hit the wall.
Okay. It hits the wall with a very dull thud, very squishy, and it hits the ground, slumping on itself. And you see manifesting a spectral being, translucent, pulling out of the satchel, materializing out of nowhere.
Great.
Oh.
Yep. That's what I thought. All right.
Well, boy.
Yeah.
Please
Yep.
select your tokens and roll me some initiative.
Oh. Okay. I think I'm going first.
Yeah, I'm not.
That's a 26.
Very good.
Oh, I need to select it.
Yeah, I didn't have mine
I'm a
selected.
26.
It's okay. I helping. I do
Roll
job.
20 technical difficulties. Let's go.
Ooh, I know the buttons.
Let's go.
And
Yeah, I'll just be here chilling.
Yeah, I'm gonna be here chilling.
Punch the ghost.
Jesus. That's the lowest
Tentacles.
initiative roll.
Now I want to know whether or not the kobolds still want to hurt us, despite us saying that we wanted to give them food, and they got very excited.
Oh no, it's just more of a matter of like they're present, so
That's
maybe
the
they
lowest
want to run
initiative.
away.
It's the lowest
Yeah.
initiative I've rolled since playing TTRPGs.
Okay. Emmeline, you are at the top of the round. It is your turn.
Yep. I am going to almost immediately loose a arrow straight towards him.
Okay.
I have no idea if we'll actually connect. We'll see. But does a 26 hit?
Wow. Absolutely it does. Roll some damage.
That's 5 damage.
Okay, 5
Oh,
damage.
+2. Yeah, 7.
7 damage.
Uh,
Okay.
Yeah. It's 2 psychic in there.
You cock your arrow and you let it loose, and as it does, it goes through the ghost. It definitely makes its mark, and you see some of the incorporeal mass of it swirl around. And it does some damage, but doesn't seem to be very effective.
Uh-huh. What about the psychic damage?
Psychic damage.
Yeah, the
It
arrow was
five,
screaming and
5
Ah!
piercing and 2 psychic.
Hold on. Please hold. Please hold. Okay.
Readjusting,
so I have,
calculating.
that's going to be... That means 2 piercing damage, and it does take... Wait, psychic?
Yep. 2 psychic.
Yes!
I have dreadful strikes.
Okay, so it seems the psychic does seem to be good. Is good.
Is good.
Yeah, that's the only way I'm gonna harm it.
So it takes 4 damage total.
Okay. That's good.
Anything else for you?
That is honestly it from me. Actually, can I mark it with anything? No, I can't, because I don't have second level spells yet. Yeah, that's the end of my turn.
Okay. Clay, it is your turn.
Clay is going to move forward and sort of shuffle the kobolds behind him, just saying, "Stay behind,
Wow.
safe." And then just to raise up his shield and take a swing with the short sword.
Okay, very good. 20 absolutely hits. The ghost has an armor class of 11.
8 piercing.
Okay. As you stab your short sword forward, same thing. The disembodiment of the form, and it seems to take some damage, but not a lot.
And that'll be it for me.
Okay. The kobolds scream in terror. Their shrill cries fill this chamber, reverberating off of the various walls, and they hide, they scatter, they don't know what to do. They've never seen a ghost before. It is now the ghost's turn.
No. Yay.
Okay.
Suddenly, I don't want to be the closest to the ghost.
Why? Because I'm reading?
Oh.
Clay, you see the ghost as it reels back from being struck by your short sword. It looks down at the satchel, and then it looks up at you. The ghost seems to be vaguely humanoid. You can tell that it is of medium build, has masculine features, and they seem to be dressed in rags, and you can see that they look the part of someone who might be an outdoorsy ranger or someone that is used to the wilderness. But you also see that their head is not connected to their body, and it's floating. When you look and behold all of this, you lock eyes for a second. Hold on. To turn this off. Stop whispering to GM. No whisper.
The ghost is whispering.
It's going to try to possess you. I need you to roll me a DC 13 charisma saving throw.
Fuck.
I'm good at that. Oh,
15. Very nice.
Wow.
You see the
Good.
eyes of this ghost glow brightly, almost like moonlight, and they attempt to reach out towards you with some sort of psychic energy, but you're able to shake it off and deny it, and the ghost recoils from this, and you feel the air grow even colder around you as it, frustrated, decides to try to swipe at you with an attack. 10 probably doesn't hit you.
It does not.
All right. That's the end of his turn.
Clay is currently a giant fluff ball as all of his fur is on end right now.
Like when cats get scared and their tail gets all poofy,
Yes.
but it's just all poofy. That's
With a little bit of a leather cuirass.
Bam, it's your turn.
Debating what I want to do in this scenario. I have to probably get closer.
Yeah.
So we'll move me up here.
I have
Okay.
one quick important question.
Yeah?
Is one of us holding a torch?
I don't think so.
I don't.
I have a torch.
I'm not.
Can all of you see in the dark?
Clay can.
I have dark
Yeah.
vision.
Oh.
Oh, well then I think, yeah. Wait, I don't think we have a
Clay-
torch.
I asked because Clay would have been holding a torch. If...
Okay, well
Okay.
then we'll...
You don't
Yeah,
have your
without
shield,
illusion.
right?
Okay. Yeah.
Right? You have your
Yeah.
torch and a sword?
Yeah.
Okay. Okay. That's good. Yeah.
Just wanted to confirm all that.
It's fine.
Good. Go ahead, Bam.
Let's just go ahead. I'm gonna go ahead and use Toll of the Dead on it
Okay.
to see if it will do anything to it or what it will do. Because I'm not sure if I want to use Magic Missile, and Burning Hands would not be a good idea in this close of a space. So we're gonna go ahead.
Well,
and we're
I
gonna
will
use...
say that because you are trained and you know what you're doing, if you wanted to use Burning Hands, you could always angle it in a way where it won't hurt your friends. So it is an option. You don't have to worry too much. I mean, it will get warm in here for sure because it is a
Right.
confined space, but for the sake of like mechanical purposes of like,
Okay.
you don't want to do friendly fire, like you don't have to worry about that.
Okay. Friendly fire. So we'll go ahead. You know what? Yeah, you know what? Then if I don't have to worry about friendly fire, I'm gonna use Burning Hands.
Okay? Because you can angle it, like, for example, Clay is, like, you know, not very tall. You could angle it kind of upwards so that it blasts into the ghost's face and less, you know, getting Clay, etc.
Yeah, because the way it is, like, yeah, everyone else is behind me, so I could just angle it to where I'm like this with it
Mhm.
up and just get.
Because we can play, like, 3D, too, right? It doesn't have to be completely flat. All right, so go
Benefit
ahead.
of being a short stack.
All right, so Burning Hands, it needs to make a saving throw.
I forgot about that.
No worries. It's going to make a dexterity saving throw. It fails. It does not beat your 12. It rolled a 6.
Do you
Okay.
want to use the damage I already rolled?
Yeah. So it takes 7 fire damage. You roll me a 1d20 as well.
1d20?
Yeah.
Hey, come back here. Boop.
Okay. So you tell me what your Burning Hands looks like.
So, I think that, as I think I've described before, I will bring out my hands. One hand will be purple, one hand will be green, and I kind of clump them together. And so, instead of just willy-nilly shooting them out like I normally do, Clay is right there. So I angle it in a way where I'm kind of swirling it in my hands, kind of seeing where Clay is, and just kind of pushing it to the side like this. So it's kind of like going up like this. So it's like missing and curving around Clay up to hit the ghost.
Very
like
good.
you're bending the bullet and Wanted.
More or less.
They probably look sick right now.
Yeah. There is a brilliant wash of color and light that emanates from this spell, filling up the space. It almost burns your eyes a little from how bright it is suddenly. The fire licks forward and it enshrouds the ghost. The ghost gives out a painful wail. And you notice the satchel has caught on fire. Anything
no.
else for
Oops.
you?
Maybe regretting the flaming or the fire, but nope. I think that's all I can do.
Fire, good.
Okay.
Everyone always says that. Fire, good, no hurt.
Okay.
It is Trex's turn. Trex will run. As soon as the fire comes out, there's a and it begins to scamper away using the evasion
Wow.
action. Learnus, it is your turn.
You're muted.
Thank you very much. Learnus is going to do something a little unorthodox. Would I have clearly noticed, or would they have clearly noticed that would Learnus also have noticed that the satchel caught on fire when that happened?
Yes, it is now a source of light. It is very
Okay.
visible.
Good.
Ooh.
Knowing or seeing this, Learnus is going to think to themselves, "Wait a minute. If it went one way, maybe it goes another, and maybe the other would be an easier target to hit." Learnus is going to hex the satchel.
Okay, I think Hex specifically says...
Has to be on creatures.
Yeah, I think so.
Okay.
Living targets, right?
Gotcha.
Well, I guess ghosts would work too.
Yeah.
So you could hex the ghost, but unfortunately not the satchel.
Okay, but would I... Okay, in that case, I maybe still be able to kind of like experiment with this. So I will cast Hex on the ghost, which is a bonus action, and then let me go ahead and mark that, and then I will cast Eldritch Blast at the satchel and see if that has an effect on the Hex Ghost. And additionally, the ability I would like to have affected is Dexterity for the Hex.
Okay, 1 second. Let's see. Hex. Alright, so the ghost will be hexed. The damage is only if you were to attack it. So...
Oh, I'm so sorry.
No, it's okay.
It's been...
No worries. 18 definitely hits the satchel.
Okay.
It takes 6 force damage. You see this burning heap of leather and herbs. It smashes into the wall as you Eldritch blast it, and you see things go flying everywhere. The ghost immediately draws back. No! And it looks down at the satchel. It has stirred a very visceral reaction.
Ooh.
And before we move on to the next round, I want to say thank you so much, Godfather Wraith, for cards with a deck of many things. Everyone gets a card.
Thank you, Tim.
Oh, no.
Thank you so
Thank
much,
you.
Tim.
But oh no.
Tim,
Thank you for not...
The new untested deck.
this is a brand new deck. I've never, ever drawn from it before. I literally just took it out of the box before the session. So you get to break it in, Tim. All right, we're going to start with Zombie. Tell me when to stop.
Stop.
Okay.
No.
Learnus.
No.
Sorry, Schroeder.
Stop.
Oh, shit. Okay. V.
You got the death card.
Yay.
Ooh, yay.
Stop.
Okay. And Melly.
Oh.
Oh, shit. All right. And then me.
Oh, you too?
Yes, me.
Yeah,
Thank
everyone.
you so much, Tim.
Oh.
Thank you, thank you.
Oh, okay.
They now
The
have 3
excitement
cards.
and concern in
Oh.
Stella's voice as she saw my card.
They now
I
have
feel like-
3 cards they can use.
I do like how me and V are still tied.
Okay.
Perfectly
thank you.
balanced.
Actually, I think I now have 3 cards.
It is also
Yep.
your turn.
Mhm.
Cool. In that case, I'm going to like I have my bow raised at the ghost, and I'm just gonna kind of turn, look at the satchel, and just shrug and fire a arrow straight into it.
At the satchel? Okay.
At the satchel. What's the AC on the satchel?
What's the structural integrity of the satchel now too? After that Eldritch
I'll
Blast,
say it's like
Quick,
10.
do some cool trick shots.
Okay, cool. If it's a 10, then like the only way I can fail this is a nat 1. Let's go.
yeah.
That's a dangerous thing to say.
That's an
Alright.
18.
Yeah, roll some damage.
Cool. That is 9. That is. Oh, it's +1. Cool. So that is
12 damage.
12 damage. 3 of which is psychic.
Okay. The bag explodes in a poof of ferns and spices. And as this happens, no! The ghost disappears.
I get something was up.
Get for possessing my friend Trex. Stupid ghost.
Clay's gonna try to put out the fire.
It's easy to do. It is completely useless now. It's mostly charred. It's mostly trash. There's nothing salvageable from the satchel anymore.
Well, I think that worked out pretty well.
I don't think the kobolds were the reason that we had people going missing. I'm not gonna lie. I don't think they could have done this.
Yeah, I agree. I'm also not entirely unconvinced that that ghost we just encountered and the shadow they warned us about aren't connected in some way. And that bag was also, that satchel was also very strange. It had a lot of different components.
I don't know too much about magic, but I did always hear stories about how something's got to keep a spell going.
Yes. Concentration is usually the word that's used.
Bam! Roll me an Arcana check, my dear necromancer.
Okie dokie! If I can get... There we go.
Wait, Bab's a necromancer?
A wizard necromancer, yeah.
Did you not hear all the church bells ringing for the dead?
That's a 6.
No, I thought that was
Can I reroll for use my advantage for a reroll that I was given?
Yeah, go ahead and roll again.
Yay!
8.
24.
Let's
Oh yeah,
go.
right.
Yeah.
Oh, shoot.
I forgot. We don't use the high one.
No. You only if you said it in advance, right?
Right,
You just
yeah.
re-roll it again. Okay, so an 8. With an 8 Arcana, okay. You know that ghosts are scary and incorporeal. That's all you know.
Okay. Mine's a bit hazy about it, but more or less the only I just know that ghosts can be spooky, scary. At the moment, I know that there's some that can probably do spells and such, but it's escaping me right now what they can do, what different ones might be able to do and such, but
Excuse me as I just shuffle over here.
As you move towards the kobolds, they shriek in terror and they're trying to claw into the walls and they're trying to hide. All of the charisma that Trex had before is just gone.
Excuse me, mighty Trex. We took care of the spooky.
I'm pretty sure they were being possessed.
The kobold screams in terror and is just trying to push your face away. Just trying to push you away.
Lyrinus is going to come over, is going to try to get the kobold's attention as much as they can, and say, "Room upstairs. Tasty rat."
Roll me persuasion. 24.
There we go. Hell yeah.
wow.
Oh my god.
You see the kobolds basically pushing and shoving past Clay, crawling between the legs of all these people on this little bridge as they begin to flee upstairs.
Well, now that the kids have gone upstairs, what the hell? What just
So
happened?
that was a ghost possessing Trax.
Does that happen often in this part of the
No.
world?
I mean,
I didn't think so.
There are. I mean, I'm going to defer to the necromancer here, but I'm pretty sure. I'm pretty sure there's not that many dead walking around right now.
Based on my earlier recollection, I will say that I have not been here long, so I can't say for sure, but I not too often have I seen so far people just walking around that were undead or ghosts.
Yeah, the dead walking around isn't a normal occurrence in 10 towns, so, yeah.
Good to know. So,
But
yeah, it tends to freak the villagers out.
I felt pretty bad about it, but I'm glad that taking that satchel worked out in the end.
you should not feel
Yeah,
bad
it's
at all.
probably its
That
home.
was that was the source of evil. It's good. It's gone.
I'm going to
Points
quickly
a finger at
cast
you.
Primeval
Stealing's
Awareness.
still wrong.
Okay.
You're right.
What does it look like as you
so-
cast this?
As everybody is talking, Emmeline's eyes go completely black. And she slowly closes her eyes and tries to listen to everything around her. I don't need to roll for it, I just need to spend a spell slot. I can sense any aberrations, celestials, dragons, elementals, fae, fiends, or undead within 1 mile.
Okay, hold on.
I'll put the...
You sense an aberration.
Wonderful. Fantastic.
Oh no.
And you sense... No, that's it.
Ah, okay.
Mm.
I'm just gonna look at them, look at everybody around, like, after I, like, slowly open my eyes. Yeah, there is something in here.
Did anyone ever
tell?
cross this room?
No.
Like this big pit?
Nope.
No.
Good luck.
I don't think so.
I'm gonna look at them all. I'm gonna look at the rest of the party and go, there's a lot of uncertainty about what the hell is in here. I think it's an aberration of some kind. Some weird monster.
Just to
Well-
help paint a picture, sorry to interject, of what you see here in this room, because it's been a while since we played. Here you
Months.
see that the shaft here, it goes down, and you see nothing but darkness. It goes so far down, it passes all of your dark vision. You can tell it goes down, 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 down. But when you look up, because of the torch, and also if you have dark vision, you can see the two kobolds sawing, and they're just above you.
I'm gonna yell up and go, hey, guys, Trex has said you're all done, so, yeah?
Tell them about the food.
As you try shouting up, the water that is rushing down near them is too loud. They don't seem to hear you from here.
I'm going to instead pull my bow out and fire an arrow right next to them,
Okay.
if they don't move. Do you want me to roll for this, or...?
No, you're good. Okay,
Okay.
you see that they both freak out. They both drop their saws. The saws clang onto the edge of here before falling down. And it's a really long time before you hear them clanging and hitting the bottom.
Oh, no.
The kobolds scamper up to the top side of the woodwalk that they're on, and they run away.
Yeah, I look at the others and go, yeah, I would have just bargained with them or done something. No, they'll run, they'll scatter. Just shoot something at them and they'll go, ah!
I think maybe we should split up.
Stella
Maybe
immediately
not.
going
For
into
what reason?
evil DM mode.
For what reason?
I'm
Thing.
fine with trying to cover more ground. We need to find this aberration, because if we ever want this mine to start back up, it's not really going to work if that's there. If we just go and clear the kobolds and tell the miners, hey, you can go back to work now, they'll all end up dead, because I'm pretty sure it wasn't the kobolds.
Clay points at the rope and then points at Learnus. You're not making it cross that.
No, I'm not.
Someone should stay behind and protect the kobolds and also teach them social dynamics and economics so they can get money and food.
I have traveled around all of this region of Faerun. I suppose I could teach them about the world.
Teach them about the spices that you have.
Oh, there's so many I have.
There you go.
I love
Meanwhile,
this so much.
Emmeline and I can cross over the rope and check deeper this way.
Absolutely. I'm going to go first, instead of letting Claire do it.
Okay. You see that there, in front of you, there's a large bucket, like the one you saw earlier, dangling from a taut rope that stretches southward across the shaft. So you remember how you had to ride a bucket elevator to go down? This bucket goes horizontal instead.
When I'm in the bucket, can I reach the rope above?
Yes.
Good. I'm going to keep my hand there just in case.
You can see...
Clay's going to keep an eye on the rope.
You can see that there are cranks on the platforms. So someone could be inside and then do the crank. But you can also... Well, Clay can't reach. But...
Okay.
Sorry, you're short, okay? Emmeline could definitely pull the rope. And the group of you can
Do that.
make it across. It's slow. It's creaky. But you are safely on the other side. Meanwhile,
Nice.
as that's happening, Learnus and Bam, what do you want to do?
I suppose I'll just follow. Bad microphone. I'll follow Linus, I guess, with him and stay with him and I guess
Whatever you
show off
need
the
to light a
spices.
torch.
You what?
Unless both of you have dark vision.
We do. I do anyway. I think.
Am I the only one who's blind?
I believe so.
This is bullying.
But yeah, I'll just follow Learnus up to there because he was gonna meet up with the other kobolds.
Okay. Learnus's pronouns are they, them, by the way.
Sorry.
It's okay.
No worries.
So you both go up to the second level. As you do, Emmeline and Clay, you see some really interesting things here. Closer to you, Emmeline, you can see that there is a fossilized skull partially jutting out of the east wall in this small cave area, about 5 feet off the ground. The skull has larger than normal eye sockets, and there's a curious ridge between the eyes. Nothing that would pass for a nose, and 4 small holes where you would expect to see teeth.
Huh. Can I do a perception check on this?
Yeah, absolutely. You can do nature, perception. Yeah.
23.
I'm gonna do a history check to see if I've heard any tales of things.
Okay. With a 13 history, unfortunately, no. You don't recognize what kind of skull this is. With a 23 perception, as you take a closer look, you can see that this skull is incredibly fragile. You can tell that if you try to take it away from the wall, it's going to crush on itself. It's going to fall apart. But you notice that there's something inside of it.
Oh, that is definitely a curiosity kill the cat moment here.
I will let one of you roll an Arcana check.
Who is more magical out of me and Claire? I think it's me.
Clay only knows like Tavern lore about magic.
I'm Fae, so I'll do that.
Okay. Arcana.
Does a I'm gonna use my nat 20.
Okay, go ahead and mark it down.
Does a 5?
5 is not going to cut it, but a nat 20 definitely will. Upon closer inspection, it takes a minute for it to click. You know exactly what kind of skull this is. This is a mind flayer skull.
No.
And there's something inside.
Oh no! I'm gonna look at is Clay in sight? Like, can Clay
Right next
actually
to you.
see in this room? It's right next to me. Cool. I'm gonna look at Clay and go, Clay,
Yeah?
whatever you do, don't touch that thing.
Why not? He walks closer to it.
No, for real. No, don't touch that thing, please.
What's wrong with it? It's just a bunch of rocks.
Is he continuing to walk towards it?
He's holding the torch out towards it.
Okay, you can roll me a perception check too, Clay, as you're looking at it. 21. You also see that there's something inside of it. And because of the way that the torch is moving with you, you can see that it's shiny. It is reflective. Maybe a crystal?
There's a thing in here. It looks shiny.
It's definitely not a good thing. I'm just gonna tell you that. If Clay is going to reach out to grab it, I'm actually going to try and bat his hand away. If I do that. And I'm wondering whether or not I'm going to break the skull in the process.
Well, I don't want to take agency away from anyone here. So if someone wants to attempt to do something, you can do that.
Just gonna press this button.
Sleight of hand? Okay, let me get a sleight of hand from Ine to see if you slap the hand away.
Let's see, I've got +6. A 20. Dirty 20.
Yeah. You reach out, Clay, and thwack.
Yep.
Oh, come
I'm like,
on.
nope.
Where's your sense of adventure?
I mean, my sense of adventure is in not becoming a horrifying, weird creature. That's a mind flare skull.
Well, it's dead, right?
It's very dead.
Yes. I'm gonna look at Clay. I'm gonna realize, like, in this moment, Ina is realizing they're not actually Emmeline. They're not. They've been acting like Emmeline, but they're not actually that, like, 65-year-old woman who's been a ranger for her entire life, who's, like, dedicated to keeping 10 towns alive. They're the person who's been hiding in the shadows of 10 towns for the past 30 years. Like, I'm gonna grab it.
Okay.
Clay looks super offended.
You reach for the crystal. The skull crackles into dust effortlessly, and you pull free. Is there a way that I can... Okay. You pull free this luminous crystal, and in your hand it feels surprisingly light. It is a knot of unrefined amethyst-like crystal, and you swear you can see veins on the inside, but it is dull and it is not active. You get the sense that you could possibly attune to this. Go ahead and add weird crystal to your inventory.
Now come
Oh
on.
no!
You slap
I'm
my
looking
hand
at
and
this.
then you take it?
I mean, this thing is bad news. I'm pretty sure if I leave this with somebody too long, we're going to have to kill them come morning.
That's your Baldur's Gate 3 trauma showing.
Mm-hmm.
Really is. Oh my god.
Yep.
Oh,
Can I do
well,
a
I got the nat
history
20
check on
Arcana
the
check, so I
crystal?
do know that it's that.
Yeah, you can roll history.
Do I have any advantages left?
Advantages expire per session. The nat 20s do keep.
You know what? I'll use a 20 on this.
Okay.
Clay heard a drunk person talking about something like this.
Okay.
Stella doesn't sound happy about
I've
that.
just got weird crystal in my back right now.
Oh yeah.
You've heard about magical crystals before. You know that there's such a wide variety of them that it's impossible to tell what they do without someone using an identify spell or just attuning to it. It could potentially be cursed, it could potentially be extremely powerful, it could potentially be something kind of useless. It's really hard to tell until you get more information. This crystal does not seem elemental, but beyond that, you don't know anything about it. You haven't heard anything about it. You just know 100% this is magical. And the fact that it was inside the Mind Flayer skull, you get the sense that something happened to the Mind Flayer and the crystal formed there.
Is this a crystallized mind flare brain?
No, it's definitely not a brain. It's not organic whatsoever.
Okay, that's good. I'm gonna bring it. I'm gonna look to Clay.
So,
I'll hold on to this, and when we all meet up with everybody, I'll ask them what the hell we do with it, because this thing mildly scares me.
I think you should attune to it.
All right, bet.
Do you want to just sit down and for an hour and just
I'm not
attune
sitting
to
down
it?
for an hour.
Okay.
We'll end up being attacked by the aberration here.
Okay. So you put it away for now. The other
Clay is a
room...
great influence.
I wanted to. Learness wanted to interact with the crystal if Emmeline's okay with it.
Weirdness isn't here.
When I get back.
Oh wait,
yeah.
sorry. Yeah. Oh yeah. I'll if you choose to if you choose to show it to me, I would like to. I would then want to do something.
Yeah, I'll show it to the party later once we meet up.
Okay. And then this adjoining room here off to the side, it appears to be a dead end. You can see that there are various gemstones and geodes that point out of the rooms, like sticking out like glassy shards. You see that there just seem to be precious gems built into the wall.
Clay will
Clay,
do
do you
quick-
fancy if you can get any of these out?
Well, I don't want to take it from the kobolds.
I mean, it's not really the kobolds. The miners will be moving back in at some point.
Just
Not
as a
if we
reminder,
teach them economics.
the exactly. See, Clay.
Oh yeah,
is-
we should teach them economics.
Yes, like we said, like we can set them up nice here. Like before Trex was removed of their influence, the other kobolds, even though they probably didn't understand everything I said, when I was like, you stay here, you work, you eat, everything's cool, they were like, yeah. So like maybe now that pouch ghost is gone, we can sell them better on that idea, since their leader is more attuned with them now, once again.
So I do remember last time when one of you had investigated, can we just start harvesting the stuff out of the walls? There is a possibility to do it. You need a miner's pick, you need a pickaxe, and it would take about an hour to take something out of the wall. So that is a consideration you have to put into your
Yeah,
equation.
that's too much time. Yeah, what were you saying, Clay?
Look, all we gotta do is teach them to trade the gems for different kinds of foods. Who mines better than a kobold?
Honestly, fair point.
And I
Yeah,
mean, this place
honestly-
is already dangerous enough. We could just tell the miners it ain't really safe for people.
Yeah, but then okay, so
You would know, because of living in 10 towns, that trade between the 10 towns is incredibly important. And it's been explicitly clear that the gems are pretty much the main source of income for the people here. It's going to be really hard for them to get all of the other necessary things without something else to give out.
yeah. Clay, what you're doing there is basically going, okay, what do we trade? An entire town of Tourmaline, or do we trade 7 kobolds? We need to figure out something. Honestly, there's so few of them where I'm pretty sure they could still technically live here with the miners coming in. That's if they don't get any lofty ideas about, building a kingdom of kobolds. And end up having another one become, oh, I'm a dragon kind of thing. I do think we should be on the lookout for the aberration, though. It's somewhere in here. I don't know where. I couldn't possibly tell you where unless we see it, but yeah.
Well, if you kick the kobolds out, I'm taking them with us.
I
God,
feel like the kobolds could... Yeah?
The third option, just adopt them. Fuck.
Do we adopt 7 kobolds and make Stella's life hell?
You have to feed them. If you adopt them, you have to feed them.
Yeah, but then we get a band of kobolds.
God damn it.
Googling how many
I
rations.
mean, Clay
can
is the
survive.
adopt everything in front of him character.
Oh no! Okay, this is not how I expected this session to go.
Suddenly, rocks fall.
Suddenly
really.
rocks fall, all the kobolds die. I mean,
I will
the thing I
literally
was going to
cry.
suggest is you teach them to mine, and then you have them employed by Tourmaline. And they pay them in food.
Yeah, that's what I said.
That is the other option. Yeah, well, no, as in, they get taught to mine and they get paid in food by Tourmaline, as in we don't adopt them.
Yeah, those are the only 2 options.
Oh, I've for some reason missed you, Clay.
Everybody does eventually.
Aw. Meanwhile,
It's true.
we have Bam and Learnus approaching the kobolds here. As you begin to climb your way up to the 2nd floor, you see the kobolds are gathered around this rat on a table, and there is a spear that has been shoved through it. And they seem to be tearing away at it, and they stop as soon as they hear the group of you coming, and they hide behind the table.
I would like to identify the kobold that I gave the spices to, if I'm able to, if I knew which one that is.
I believe
And-
you put the spices on the ground. They don't seem to have interacted with wherever you put it.
Oh, so it's still on the ground.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. I am going to, let's see, what would if I'm wanting to, like, in like a very sort of non-threatening way, like go over, pick up the spices and kind of like say to them, like, the kobold that I like put them on the ground in front of, look at them and say, remember, make rat taste better. And like, should I roll like performance or persuasion?
You could, as you say that, you don't have to roll anything. The kobold snatches it out of your hand and begins to upend it into their mouth. Immediately starts just start coughing
No.
and spitting up all
Put
the
on
spice.
rat before fire.
It's all
Then
gone
eat.
now. Half of it is just a pile of spit and spice on the ground.
No problem. I have more. I produce another bottle of spices. It's something else, right? Like maybe like more of a you know, similar to like a classic like, seafood blend or something like that of spices that you would put on food, like a crab boil or something like that. And like they take that out and they say, never tried this on Rat myself, but take this. I point at Rat. Cook on fire. Yum yum. Good.
They pause between tearing this rat corpse apart and watching you. One of them claps, clearly thinking that this is some kind of performance or entertainment. As this is happening, what are you doing, Bam?
Enjoying the show.
Oh.
Thanks, bud.
I know what I want to do, but I feel like it would scare them. What I'd like to do, what I'd like to do is, because he keeps expressing, "Ooh, cook with fire," but there's no fire around. So I was gonna create bonfire, so that there would be fire for there to be cooking the rat on, or putting the rat on, or whatever for display purposes and whatever. But I feel like if I threw a fire down, they'd all freak out and run out of the room. So
you do remember what happened very recently when you cast the Burning Hands? They freaked out immediately.
Yeah.
Yep.
You know that, especially because of what Emmeline has said, the kobolds do not like light whatsoever. And fire naturally sort of brings out light.
He'll look at Uranus and say, "How long do you think this would take to cook a rat? Would it take to?"
I've personally never partaken in rat myself. I'm not aware. Perhaps our friends would know better if they cook. They're tearing it apart right now, and I don't
know if
most of it's gone by now.
So they're okay. So to confirm, they are eating this raw. Okay.
Yes.
Gotcha.
Well, then, if they're already eating it raw, then just sprinkle some of the stuff on it and hand it to them as raw. Then I was gonna go make a fire somewhere where they can't see it, cook it up, and give it to them. But
again,
they're already.
Now that I look over at the table again, it's basically gone now. Perhaps when I teach them economics, like Clay suggested, they'll understand the value of spices more.
As the two of you are talking, you see Trex has come up, and Trex is going to attempt to steal the bottle of spices from your hand.
I will. He does not have to steal a thing. I am leaning down when I see Trex is going for the bottle.
Like slinking forward.
Right. Lyrinus is like Lyrinus is not as tall as me, but they're like 6'2". So like as soon as they realize it's happening, they kind of like get a little bit lower. Like when a tall person is like trying to like help and like not be so big, they try to like sort of like make themselves smaller and like so that Trex can more easily grab the bottle.
Trex snatches it and then begins to run down the hallway. You see one of the wings on Trex's back smashes into the wall as it's running away.
Oh no.
And it doesn't seem to be bothered by it. It doesn't seem to slow it down. And then it disappears.
What did it want with the spices?
I hope it's not taking it to the shadows for some nefarious plans. But I don't know. We'll have to wait and see on that.
I mean, we could wait and see. I mean, seems like they're all settled here. I mean,
I remember Emmeline saying we should have them go toward the entrance. I can't recall why. Do you?
I think at one point it was to lead all, especially I'm blanking on his name now.
Drex?
Yeah, Drex, the leader. I think it was more to drag the leader out with the kobolds more than dragging the kobolds out. Because all the kobolds seem to be just happy being here in this nice dark cave.
No.
And I think maybe part of it was the possession. But I am curious, sort of. What Trex is doing with that seasoning? I kind of want to follow where he's going.
You can hear the squeaky sound of Trex climbing up the rope. And as you hear that, thank you so much, Pat Draws, for the 10 gift subs. Thank you so much.
Thank you, Pat Draws.
Thank you. That's so kind.
Hype.
Vertigo V got a sub.
Hell
V
yeah.
did get a sub.
Thank you. It's
was good
about
seeing
this
subs.
time that both Emmeline and Clay begin to make their way up.
Hello.
Hey.
So,
Um,
hello, friends. Trex just ran that way with my seafood boil seasoning. Do you want to like go follow him or something?
As Clay and Emmeline walk up, Clay has been animatedly talking about wagon prices and how thick of a cloth they would need to block the sun.
Being the owner of a cart, Learnus automatically like falls into like that conversation and it's like, oh, absolutely, it's crazy how much they charge for canvas sometimes.
We may need a really good one.
no.
Absolutely. You know, Learnus, much continually to Emmeline's chagrin, you know, it's now tucked more behind their cape on their belt, but kind of like very overtly jingles their coin purse, indicating that they have lots of money.
Oh. Okay.
Well,
That's
way to do
going
that in front of a bunch of
immediately.
kobolds.
Immediately,
Yep.
all four of them look up. One of them has rat dangling from their mouth. The others are just slurping up the last of it.
Jingle keys,
Their
jingle keys.
eyes are wide. They're all focused on Learnus at the sound
Learnus.
of jingling coins.
Good job.
Learnus,
Good job, buddy.
why?
Learnus
Well,
did this intentionally. He looks at the kobolds. He says, "You mine all rat you want every day. And you get gold."
Roll me an insight check.
roll an economics check.
An
Roll the
11.
kobold economy.
Yeah. Oh.
With the 11, it's really hard to tell what they're thinking. They're not very vocal compared to Trex, but you have their attention.
Anyone want to pat me up here?
Emily's just like really smugly going, "You're on your own here."
Fuck.
Clay just grabs Emmeline with a paw
Slowly.
and heads off in the direction that Trex went.
Slowly, the kobolds begin to surround Learnus.
I'm being like pulled off and just letting Clay pull me away as they surround me on us.
Guys?
Economics!
Guys? Learnus is like slowly backing away, sort of following them. But if like the kobolds have surrounded them, they're
I'm gonna yell back. They're scared of fire if you want them to get off you.
They're not aggressive. They're very
Okay.
interested, though. And if you're backing up, they're following you.
Okay. I'll kind of look at them and say, "Let's go talk to Trex. Follow me." And like, yeah.
We just have a procession of kobolds
follow.
following behind.
Okay, cool. I'll continue following the rest of the party as if everything is chill.
Okay.
Yeah,
Clay glances back and sees what has become.
Yep.
I hold a thumbs up at Clay and I say,
And at that point, he's going to double back, wave Emmeline on, and head over to the kobolds.
Okay, I'm gonna continue going towards Trex then, and you're gonna stay with the kobolds.
well, I mean, we're following you steadily.
Oh, you're following. Okay,
Yeah,
cool.
yeah, yeah.
Clay's not.
What's Bam
Clay's
doing?
going to
Walking and
stop
talking.
and pull out a piece of dried meat and wave it in front of the kobolds.
Okay.
The kobolds.
What is
Oh
Bam doing?
my goodness.
Yeah, what is Bam doing here?
Bam was just kind of following along because Bam's whole thing was I wanted to see what was going on with that. Like, why did he steal the salts? So, or the seasonings rather. So, Bam's kind of just was like, I'm gonna follow, and then he kind of sees that the kobolds are also following, and he's just like, oh, we got a bigger party now, don't we? And as he's hearing more commotion about whatever's going on behind him, he kind of looks behind to see what Lernus and them are doing.
Okay.
I am I'm acutely aware of the fact that we are not alone in here while we're doing this. And I'm basically keeping one eye open, or like an ear to the ground at all times.
Okay.
I do have alert, so...
Mm-hmm. Go ahead and roll me a perception check. And while that's happening...
Shall do.
Clay, you pull out a piece of dried meat, and immediately the kobolds lose all interest in Lyrnus and begin to surround you
Good.
instead.
Good.
As that
20.
is happening, you rolled a 25, nat 20, very good.
Hell
You
yeah.
are by yourself. You have made your way up towards the rope and the bucket, and you can hear noises up above. You get the sense that Trex has just finished climbing up. However, something about the air, the way it's moving, draws your attention to the north. You get the sense that there's something nearby. And because it's a nat 20, you look up. And in the shadow of the ceiling, there is something.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Can I make it out at all?
Yes. And this is what it looks like.
Oh, great.
Oh no.
Ooh.
Oh no.
Ooh.
I'm
Talk
gonna see
about a
that
bird
in
brain.
my nightmare.
Nah.
I'm going to see that in my dreams tonight. Let's go.
I'm here.
Hey.
Ah.
You see
here.
this strange bulbous creature that almost looks like it's centered around a brain. It has this long bird-like beak and these tentacles that are end in barbs, and they are gently wafting nearby. It is skulking in the shadows above you. It seems to have noticed you, but doesn't seem to have noticed that you noticed it.
Uh-huh.
You can tell that it has no eyes. So it must be able to sense you in some other way.
Yeah, I'm assuming that it knows I'm there. It is watching me, even without eyes. It's sensing me in some way, and Emmeline would immediately attack this thing. Ine is going to try and hide.
Okay.
I'm going to. So is the. Yeah, so everyone's just behind me, right?
Yeah, they are stopped and having a conversation.
Okay, I'm gonna go up here and try and hide.
Okay, roll me stealth.
Let's go. 24.
Okay. All right. You feel pretty well hidden away. Yeah.
There is a group right behind me that's about to walk in, so I do need to try and signal them somehow.
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna get my bow ready,
Okay.
just in case. Like, I'm gonna knock an arrow into my bow.
Okay.
Uh,
As this is
Um,
happening, sorry to cut you off. The group of you are having a conversation here. Clay, you're getting surrounded by kobolds. What are you doing?
Clay's teaching them about economics.
Okay. How?
Clay holds out the meat in one hand and pulls out some coppers in the other. And makes sure that he has all the kobolds' attention.
You do.
So you want a lot of food, right?
Food, 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 food. I just scared my cat.
Oh,
I'm gonna teach you how to get as much food as you want.
Question marks float in the air above their heads.
Clay puts down 4 coppers, handing 1 to each kobold.
They snatch him up.
Those are coppers. They're the smallest form of money we have. You can use it to get things instead.
If you don't mind, Clay, I'd like to roll a performance check to use like the now sort of like green flames that I have from like Hex, and I'm trying to like make some kind of like a little like silhouette or like show of like to go along with like his economic lecture, like a little.
Clay's gonna slap your hand.
Fair enough.
You had your chance.
Dang, okay.
Wow.
That turned out way funnier than I was gonna do, so I'm all for it. Let's go.
All the kobolds tilt their heads at the same time.
Clay holds out the dried meat still and looks at Orange Dot Kobold. So you want this, right?
Food.
But I don't want to give it away for nothing. What could you give me for it?
Okay. Roll me... God, what roll here? Roll me... Investigation, because I think this would count as critical thinking.
If only I was good at this.
Nine. Okay.
Okay, we still got more time for them.
Okay. So, the 4 of them begin to suddenly have a conversation in Draconic. Does anyone speak Draconic?
Oh,
I might. No, that was
no,
my.
I speak
that
Goblin.
That was my Dragonlance game. I'm just Common, Elfish, and Sylvan.
Yeah, my only weird one is Goblin.
Okay. So they begin to have a full-on conversation in Draconic. It is a bunch of chippering and warbling and long, drawn-out hisses, and it's difficult to determine what exactly is the nature of what they're saying. And then they all nod in agreement, and they all start bowing at Clay. Clay, you have drawn the throne card?
Oh no!
What? Wait, is this bad?
No.
You have
Okay.
the feeling that they've adopted you as their new leader.
Hell yeah! I wonder how
Kobold
Trex.
gang!
How's Trex gonna feel about this?
The throne card can sometimes be used as a "we now adopt you" card,
Okay.
sort of thing. So
Oh no.
that's great.
Clay,
Got him now.
Yes.
Clay blinks a bit and then looks at the others and kind of shrugs and then just pulls out.
They can take care of Marble and Blueberry when we're fighting.
Where are we?
With a little sigh of defeat, Clay just pulls out 4 pieces of dried meat and gives 1 to each kobold.
Oh, they
Yeah.
snatch them and they start munching happily. Meanwhile,
Oh dear.
Emmeline, you can see actively it's moving closer. And the way that it's moving, you can tell that it feels as if you don't see it. It's trying to ambush you.
Okay, I practically have eyes in the back of my head if it's trying to ambush me. I'm going to... While it's coming towards me, can I see if it has any weak spots? specifically, can I get advantage?
Yes. Hold on. Okay. Yes, because it doesn't think that you see it.
Cool.
So I'll
cool.
give
So
you
it's like
basically a surprise round.
Surprise. Yeah, surprise.
Nice.
Okay. I'm going to try and shoot this thing in the mouth and then bolt out the door.
Okay.
Because I know this thing is going to be fast and it's going to hurt me a lot.
Okay. I will allow... Okay, yeah. I'll give you a full round. Alright, so what I'm going to have everyone do is roll initiative. Emmeline will get a surprise round. And then shit's going to hit the fan.
It's going to hit the fan. This is going to be tough.
That's actually an 18.
27 for initiative.
Gosh, damn.
I have +9.
Or not 18.
My dexterity
That's-
is my highest stat, and then
My
I've got
initiative's
the
actually
alert.
19, not 17.
You said 19?
Yeah, hair trigger, I can add my proficiency.
Alright.
I accidentally hit the roll twice, but I'm cool with whichever one you want me to have.
You'll get the first one, which is 21.
Yay.
Okay. Then I need bolts. Very good.
Oh, wait, it
Oh, that's
didn't,
great. They
it
both
didn't
got the
roll
same
when I
initiative.
clicked.
I was gonna say, I don't see yours on there, V.
It's alright.
Alright, so it's an 8.
There you go.
Problem solved.
Oh no.
Okay, very good. Emmeline, it's a surprise round. You get to go first.
I'm just nailing this thing directly. Like, it would be between the eyes, but I'm shooting at the beak instead.
Okay.
This thing is so creepy.
Ooh, does a
Just
12
wants
hit?
hugs.
12 hits. Its armor class is 12.
Okay, that's good. Right, 12, and then I'm gonna roll damage. That is...
Holy shit!
Damn.
I do a lot of damage, okay.
Ranger's scary.
Ranger is
Mhm.
scary. That's 11
Mhm.
piercing and 3 psychic.
Okay, it takes 14 damage here as you let an arrow loose. You suddenly whip around and it doesn't see this coming. It smashes into its fleshy, undulating mass.
Ugh. Ugh. And then I'm going to bolt out the door pretty much immediately. Oh, bolt out of the room.
Okay.
That is 1, 2, 3. Yeah, that's my entire movement.
Okay.
And then I immediately go to center of the room and go, right, we have a situation here. We have a situation. Just
What happened?
yeah. You'll know it when you see it. And then I turn around.
Okay. You hear a shrill scream emanating throughout the entire cavern here. Now regular combat starts. Emmeline, you're first.
Okay. Can I see it from here, or did I go out of sight? I think
Yeah,
I
you can see
technically
it.
have a line of sight.
Yeah, you do.
I'm gonna fire another into it and hopefully do a significant amount of damage.
Okay.
Okay, that hits 17.
Yep, 17 hits.
Oh,
don't
I
even need to
do
be here.
so much damage.
13
I do so much damage. 13 damage.
You
Yeah.
let
Tell me
another
what
one
it looks
loose.
like.
Another shrill cry shivers through your bones.
Oh, that's ow. Yeah,
We'll
you
just continue
you lot
our
see me
economics
loose an
lesson.
arrow
You
around
can
the corner, just like firing an arrow in the corner, and then like I clutch my ears.
Anything else for your turn?
I'm gonna stay here.
Lyrinus, it's your turn. You see all of the kobolds immediately hunkered down. And they say, shadow, shadow, shadow.
As concerned as Lyrinus is about these kobolds, they are going to rush in the direction that Emmeline gestured. 5, 10, 15, 20, 25, 30, and they're just going to get all up in its face despite not having their shield and only having an armor class now of 16 instead of 8.
I have a
On the ground
question.
level?
Sorry?
It's hovering up
Yeah.
So it's about 10 feet off the ground.
Yeah.
Oh.
I have a
it's at the
question.
melee range.
Learnus, do you have 3 HP? Is that correct? Is that accurate? Did you like take a bunch of damage last session?
No, that
Didn't
was me.
Leonidas keep getting poked by the kobolds?
No, I think I mistakenly edited my
Okay.
HP thinking it was initiative earlier.
Okay, no worries.
My apologies.
No worries. Okay, so you go right up to it. It is hovering up
Yep.
above you. It's 10
Mhm.
feet away.
Yeah, so as a bonus action, Learnus is going to do their Hexblade's Curse, which is a different thing from regular hexing, where it affects them for 1 minute, and you get a 2 plus bonus damage to rolls and score critical hits on a 19 or 20 and regain 6 HP if it dies. So you'll see Learnus kind of take their arms and just kind of like spread like this. You'll see green energy sort of emulate from it, and you'll see these strange like vine-like shapes sort of appear on the creature, around its beak, the brain, everywhere. These sort of, it looks like tattoos, but it definitely has like the spectral energy of the choric ether that people would have seen appear in front of Learnus. And it just kind of like tightens against the creature. And then Learnus, that fades away, and they sort of like shoot an Eldritch Blast at the creature.
Damn, 25 is a hit. Takes 14 damage. You blast it, and you can see that it sways in the air as it takes this hit. Another cry just rips through the cavern. Anything
What's
else?
the cry sound like?
Scrah! I don't want to scare my cat.
Does my repelling blast have any effect on it?
It slams into the wall behind it. It can't go anywhere.
Gotcha.
Okay, Bam, it's your turn.
Bam, bam.
Let's see here. I think I'm gonna go and move up a bit to maybe right up to here. Wait, hold on, where was I? I was like right here, so 5, 10, 15, yep, okay. And then I'm gonna go ahead and just use Toll of the Dead on it.
Okay. Before you roll that, can you roll me a perception check?
If I can read the right one first, yes.
11? Okay.
Alright, Toll of the Dead it is.
All right. It has to make a DC 12 Wisdom saving throw. It rolled an 11. So it takes 8 necrotic damage. Tell me what this looks like as it takes this damage. It's not quite dead yet, but it looks really messed up.
So he sees it. He's not quite sure what to make of this whole brain and beak looking thing. And he's like, well, I think the dead come in all shapes and sizes. And so he just brings up his hands and just kind of claps them together, and it kind of just sounds like just this like gigantic like church bell that's just kind of like reverberating. It probably is gonna scare the kobolds too, but
I think it's only the target hears it. Oh no, you're right. It fills the air. Okay. Yeah. Goes gong.
It goes like a big gong.
The
like
most subtle spell.
Yes. Very subtle. Well, but yeah. So yeah. So then, as it takes its damage, Bam will be like, "All right, it's looking like it's looking like we're getting to weaken it a bit."
Hold on. Wait a minute.
What?
If the target is missing any of its hit point, it takes 1d12 instead.
Yeah. Oh. It would have been the
8
first
was from
one.
a 1d8.
You're right. It only took 3 damage. Okay. It still looks fucked up.
Sorry.
No, you're good.
I'm pretty sure Melina's going to just destroy this thing. Give it a chance.
Yeah.
Okay. It is the kobold's turn. They...
Oh, one of them rolled a 20.
Yeah, so 2 of them will step in front of you, Clay, protectively. The other 2 run further down into the caverns.
Okay.
We know which 2 are now the throne guard. Let's go.
Let's go.
All right. It is their turn. This strange aberration doesn't necessarily have eyes, but you can tell that its beak points down to you, Lyrinus.
Mhm.
And bam, it's going to use a multi-attack. It's going to try to reach for Bam with its tentacles. I rolled a 20.
Ow.
Ow.
You
And
take
don't get hit by that.
12 piercing damage.
Really?
Yeah.
Cool.
You okay there, Bam?
As good as anyone with a -2 can be.
Bam
I knew
falls
that was gonna put
on
you down.
the ground. Fortunately, with 5e, you don't have negative HP. You're just at 0.
I was being funny, but yes.
Okay. Well, the great thing is you get hugged by tentacles.
Yeah, one goes straight through your
I've-
abdomen and starts flinging you around.
I've heard some people like that.
Yeah, it's basically pulling you up into the air with it.
Or a big huggy.
Lyrinus, you see that Bam goes limp, and it will attempt to attack you, Lyrinus, with its beak. With a 12.
It does not hit.
Okay, very good. Emmeline, roll me a perception check.
Okie dokie. I'm... Ooh. That's an 8.
Okay.
I feel like I should be using it at 20 here.
What's the worst that could happen? This is the baby?
Uh,
Yeah, I'm gonna nat 20 it.
Okay.
You had to say that.
You happen to catch the movement in the shadows above you. There is a second one.
Oh boy!
And
Yay!
you can thank Zombie for drawing the skull card, which makes this
Oh.
encounter harder.
Thank me. Thank me.
I see.
Yeah,
Okay.
yeah.
I'm gonna
can't
quickly
tell-
draw their attention to the other one.
Yeah,
well,
so
Clay,
because you pointed out, it will not have advantage on you, but it does have a multi-attack. It reaches out with its tentacles. Holy shit, it just crit.
Was it trying to... Oh, was it trying to surprise me?
It was trying to surprise you.
It can't anyway.
Yeah, it can't anyway, but
Yeah.
you do see it.
That's a nat 20.
Yeah, it reaches for you with the tentacles. You take 8 plus 9. That's going to be 17 piercing damage, and I need a Constitution saving throw from you.
Okay, that's damage on. So I've got 17 hit points left.
You have how many?
Constitution saving throw. That's a 6.
Okay. So you are poisoned for 1 minute. You are paralyzed, and you can repeat this saving throw at the end of the Grell's turns. No, on the end of your turns. If you succeed, you're no longer paralyzed. It will then move closer to you as it drags you towards it. This weird stinging sensation beginning to echo between your fingertips. It'll try to beak at you. I think it gets advantage.
Yeah, if I'm grappled, yeah, that's an advantage.
Okay, a 19.
A 19 hits.
Take 10 piercing damage as it pulls you in, and then it takes a big bite out of you.
Do I take the poison damage at the end of my turn as well?
The
Or is the
poison is
poison
just
the poison the
paralyzed.
paralysis?
Yeah, it's not damage. Okay. Clay, it's your turn. Some really awful things are happening right now.
Right. Clay is going to shove past the 2 kobolds and tell them, I'll protect you. Run away. And then, is this one also in the air?
Yes, this one is 5 feet from the ground.
All right. Well, either way, I'm gonna rabbit hop up into the air and stab it.
Yes.
Okay.
It's a 15 hit.
15 is a hit. Its armor class was like 11 or
I think-
something.
Well,
Yeah, 12, I think.
12.
6 piercing.
Okay. It takes 6 piercing damage. It cries out in pain.
And that's it for me.
I
Okay.
think it's my turn now.
It is your turn. I will need from you a DC 11 Constitution saving throw to rid of the paralysis.
Nat 1.
Holy shit.
Do you have any rerolls or anything?
I think. Hang on, let me check.
I spent. I
Don't think I do.
spent. Or no reroll. Okay, no. Yeah, blessing is just advantage. So.
I mean, I could.
Oh,
I could
yeah, that's right.
roll with advantage. Bad luck. Yeah, I'm out of everything. So that's a nat
All
1
right.
on that.
Okay. Unfortunately, Emily, you struggle against it. The paralyzing poison digs deep into you. Lyrinus, it is your turn.
Lyrinus is immediately going to, as they hear the commotion going on back there, assuming there's another one. I believe Emmeline also pointed it out or like called it out as well. So like they know that something's going on there. They see Clay sort of doing that, or not Clay, Bam having the same thing happen to them. And if you recall, when they sort of like, despite Aether coming and helping with their curse that time, they sort of like flashed their eyes black at like some like guys that were eyeing us in Tourmaline before we came here, I think. They just go black and stay black, and you hear Lyrinus kind of like let out this like very angry howl of someone whose friends are in danger, and they shoot an eldritch blast immediately at the one that has trapped Bam.
Okay.
That has the Hexblade's curse on it.
Okay, that's a hit.
All right, so
Tell me what this looks like.
okay, you'll see the energy, which now has turned back into that purple viscous energy since Lyrinus's eyes went black. And you see it kind of like synergize with the vines that had been created because of the Hexblade's curse and sort of like make this magical, ethereal explosion as the creature sort of floats up in the air into dust, like it was getting Thanos snapped.
As it disintegrates into dust, Bam falls onto the ground, unconscious. Anything else for your turn, Lyrinus?
Absolutely. Is help considered? Help is considered a regular action, correct?
Yeah.
Okay, I'm gonna run over to, or get it. I'm right by. I'm gonna use help on Bam.
Okay. You'll have to use that on your next turn.
Oh, okay.
Yeah.
Cool.
Okay. Bam, it is
Right,
your
sorry.
turn. I need you to roll me a death saving throw.
That'd be a great time to roll 20.
About a 19.
19's great. Okay, you
That's
mark
good.
1 success.
Mm-hmm.
Very good. You look a little less pale and you bleed a little slower.
Yay! Slower bleeding.
You see the kobolds bouncing up and they're trying to help. This one here with the yellow eyes is going to pull out a dagger, apparently.
Let's go!
Wow, I rolled a 22.
Oh my God.
Holy shit!
It jumps up, it just...
Hell
And
yeah!
does 6 damage. Holy shit.
You taught them
The
very well
kobold
about
gang!
economics.
That kobold
So
is
good about economics.
amazing and is probably going
Oh
to
my
die,
God.
and I feel so bad.
You see
Is
this
this-
one here, it bounces over here, and as it does, it also will try to jump up and stab. It
My
also
kobolds are
hits.
amazing.
It's only 5 damage there. So
Holy
it
shit!
stabs it in the back there. 5 damage. That's their turn.
I'm so sad. I wish these ones had names.
They do have
Clay.
names.
Oh, okay, good.
Yeah, all the kobolds
all
have
have
names.
names, don't they?
Yeah, they
Yep.
all have names. You'll just have to figure out what.
Shanky, stabby, gutty, and murder.
It is now the Grell's turn. It is going to try to bite.
Doesn't it have me grappled right now?
It does have you grappled. Hold on. Do intelligence
You
save
could be
here.
mean.
Okay. Well, it's going to use its big brain. Rolled an 18. It's going to drop you on the ground, so you're prone now. It knows you're poisoned. So you're no longer restrained, at least. And then it's going to try to deal with the problems in front of it.
No.
Yeah. Oh, I rolled an 8. What's your armor class? It misses. So the Grell tries to reach forward towards the yellow-eyed one and take a bite out of it, but the kobold dodges out of the way.
Yes.
And then the tentacles go swinging towards Clay. And it rolls a 6, so it misses.
Don't worry. The short stacks got this.
Clay, it's
Oh.
your turn.
Okay.
Yes.
I can't really help with paralysis.
It's if you want to give a nat 20 to players, it's 500 bits for a nat 20, or 100 bits is an advantage.
Or you give them to Stella.
Yeah, or you give them to me.
No.
It should be in
Yeah,
the
please.
top left corner of the screen.
Is he close enough to the ground to reach now without jumping?
Yeah, he's like 5 feet off the ground, so you can
Alright,
reach.
I'm going to action surge and take 2 swings at it.
Ooh, okay.
Ooh. Let's
8
go.
is a miss. 7 is a
It's too
miss.
technically.
Ah.
I like to imagine here, like, the reason the tentacles didn't hit is because you're, like, swinging your short sword around here.
And then I'm going to use Shield Master.
Okay, what does that do?
Since I took an attack action, I'm going to attempt to shove it into the little corner down here away from Emily.
Okay, very good. So we'll do contested athletics here. I rolled a 19. That's an that one. 4.
Oof.
You
Ay,
try
ay,
to
ay.
shove it back with your shield. Unfortunately, it is very dense and heavy.
Good news, fam. I got rid of all the low rolls for us.
Yeah.
Good, good. I kind of need that on this turn. I'm
Now you'll get like 3 20s and win.
Okay.
going to use my advantage.
Hold on 1 second. Before we start a new round, Pat, thank you so much for a card for the kobolds. I love this
go.
so much. Let's
Yes.
see.
I love how we've just adopted the kobolds.
Pat, tell
no,
me
they
when to
adopted
stop.
me.
Pat, just say stop and chat.
No, yeah, because they've adopted you.
Yeah. As soon as you hear it, say stop.
Come on, Pat. Come on, Pat.
Pat. Okay. Oh shit. Okay.
There you go.
It's not a great card.
Oh
The
no!
God
it makes me
card.
sad. It makes me sad immediately.
Sorry, Emily.
Look, we
it
just
is
that's
gotta
your
give
kind
them
turn.
more cards.
Cool. The thing that's kind of funny to me is I know I still have 2 cards.
You do.
Right. Let's see. I'm going to use advantage.
Okay.
You want a Constitution saving throw?
Yes. Take the higher of the 2 numbers here. 13 does succeed. You technically don't need to use it if you want to pocket that. 15 is
I
also
mean,
a success.
No, but a 15 looks hotter.
If I can just choose to not use it, then I'll do that.
Yeah,
But,
you can just pocket it.
Yeah.
Okay,
Yeah.
so with a 13, you are able to shake off the paralysis. Unfortunately, it's at the end of your turn, so...
Yep. So it instantly ends my turn anyway.
Yep. Poor kobold, take candle. Oh, trust me. they're taking the candle. But what are they going to do with it is what you should be worried about. Learness, it's your turn. Bam is dying next to you.
Yeah, I'm going to immediately use the help action on Bam.
Okay. So he, you see Bam, he is bleeding.
There isn't really help. There is like stabilize where you roll medicine to try to help.
Well, help
right?
would give Bam advantage on
Okay.
the death saving throw.
Just assist it.
Yeah. But or you can literally try to do a medicine check if you want to stabilize Bam.
I only have a +1, so I'm not as confident in that.
Yeah.
If someone has a better medicine check.
In general, advantage is a lot stronger anyway, so it's pretty good. Okay. Bam. Roll me a death saving throw 2 times, and we'll take the higher number. If you roll nat 20 here, you get 1 hit point. Okay. 11 is a success, so you have 2 successes here. Learnus is able to help stop some of the bleeding. All right, it's the kobold's turn.
Coal gang.
Wow, they crit.
Yes.
Okay.
I'm staying. I just
Imagine
stayed up
being
here.
shown up by a kobold.
Imagine
didn't run
not
down
having
there.
a swarm of kobolds.
I didn't know.
Secret weapon.
I didn't need to go down there because I knew the short stack gang had it handled.
So far, the kobolds have done more damage to this than Clay has. Okay, the
They
first
haven't
one.
beat me yet.
True.
They're getting there.
The one with gold eyes does a very impressive flourish with this and stabs up and pulls it out, and you see viscera just spraying onto the ground. The one with amethyst-colored eyes attacks, rolls a nat 1.
He
and
takes after
misses.
me.
All right, it is now the Grell's turn. 4 now. Okay. Dang.
Yeah, go for me. Go for me.
Going for me, isn't it?
It sees Emmeline moving. It's going to try to hit Emmeline with the tentacles again.
Let's go.
It
Need
is.
you to dodge this.
It is at disadvantage because you're on the ground. 11.
Advantage, you mean? 11 doesn't hit.
Oh, you're right. Does a 16 hit you?
A 16 hits me, yes.
Okay. Take 8 piercing damage.
I'm down.
You're down.
I'm down.
No, you're not.
I knew it.
Where is it? Interception.
Interception. Oh!
Oh.
Yeah.
I make you tankier. Slash.
Reduce the damage by 1d10 plus your proficiency bonus. Your proficiency bonus is 2 right now? Yeah.
Here we go.
Okay.
-7 damage to that.
I
Okay,
take 1
you take
damage then.
1 damage.
I'm on 6 HP.
Just
As-
barely smash the tentacle
Yeah.
out
Yeah,
of the
the-
way.
Death tentacles come spiraling down. Just buffet it
Holy
away.
shit.
They just graze Emmeline on the ground.
I just turned around and I just look at Clay and I go, ah.
Pat gave a nat 20 to the kobold that rolled a 1. Okay. That was
Yay.
Vought. Vought is going to have a nat.
Well,
nat 20.
spoilers. Now we know his name.
It's for Pat. Just don't listen, okay? All right. Okay.
The character doesn't know.
I don't know how I marked this on the sheet.
No, you're good. You're good. I got it.
Okay.
That's called
Uh,
metagaming.
And then with its beak attack, it's going to go for you, Clay, with an 8.
Thank
so
God.
it misses.
Don't look at the kobolds.
Don't look at the kobolds. All right, Clay, it's your turn.
I'm just gonna do a basic attack.
17 hits,
Yay.
5 damage.
Stab, gang, stab,
You
gang.
stab.
So...
More blood and goop goes everywhere. You are all
is
sprayed in
brutal.
monster stuff. Yeah.
Just 3 little short boys with little knives just stabbing into it.
Anything else for you?
That'll be all for me.
Okay. Emmeline.
I'm gonna kill this thing.
Okay. Do you want to stand up?
Oh, that'll use my action, won't it?
No, it'll eat half of your movement.
Or do you
Okay,
want
yeah, I
to
wanna
look
stand
real cool and shoot while lying down?
Okay. You
Yeah.
stand up. Well, if you make attacks while you're laying down, they're at disadvantage.
But it'd look cool.
It would
It
look really cool.
It'd be look super cool.
Yeah.
Yeah.
I just go underneath it and fire up.
Uh-huh. Okay, you are now
Okay.
standing You have
Cool.
used half your movement.
Let's go. It's almost impossible for me to think for me to miss this thing. What should we do
Dangerous
anyway?
thing to say.
Okay.
That's a dirty 20.
It is right next to you, so you do get disadvantage with a ranged attack. So please roll again.
Okay.
14 still
14.
hits. Go ahead and roll damage.
Yeah. Yeah, like I said, it's almost impossible for me to miss it.
Mm-hmm.
That is
It's got to be dead.
13 damage.
It's not dead. It
don't
looks
think so.
messed up, but you just fly
I
an arrow
cannot
through
wait
it.
until I level up and get a second attack. Come on.
The power of the brain.
All right, is
Can't
that your
wait till
turn?
I level up and get a second clay.
That's my turn.
Okay. Lyrinus. Bam
I will
looks a
move.
lot better, but is still dying.
I am not confident. Lyrinus is not confident in their skills to help Bam any further, so they're going to step to the side and throw another Eldritch Blast at the final, or at the still standing enemy.
Okay.
Shit.
The token art's different from the handout art, I just noticed.
Yeah.
Oh.
It is, yeah. But I believe that I rolled a 10, and I believe.
Oh
that
my
is
god!
It looks
Oh,
worse than the
wow.
handout.
There I
art.
did it.
We found the mama.
No, I was just showing
Oh,
you the art. Okay, a 10 is a miss. Your Eldritch Blast goes wide and smashes into the cavern wall. You all hear a distant rumble as a little bit of rocks fall harmlessly.
So I have the rest of my movement. If I was wanting to try and like use acrobatics or athletics to sort of run, jump, and launch myself into this and launch my body into it, would that take my action that I just used?
Yes. So you only have
Okay.
one action and you've used it already. You can move closer if you want, like here. You can break up your movement as much as you like, but you do not have any actions. That would take an action to do. So you can do that next turn.
Okay, so I'll move over here, and I'll just let's see here. Okay, that's it. Yeah, I'll just move down there and be another target.
Okay.
To hopefully soak the multi-attack and not the kobolds.
Bam.
That'll be my turn. Yeah.
Death saving throw.
Yay!
No, that's bad. You rolled a nat 1.
Oh no! Wait,
Nat
you're
1
dead.
means no, you're not dead. You have 2
That's
failures.
not 2, right?
Yeah, that's
Oh.
2 failures. So
Oh,
you have
so
2
now- 2
and 2.
successes and
No,
you have
it's 2 and-
2 failures.
So I have a question. If I would have stayed there and used help, would that have given him advantage again?
Yeah,
Yep.
but
Okay.
you
Yeah.
already
I know-
used
I
your
know that
action.
now.
Yeah.
Yeah, no, I know.
Look,
I know.
Bam,
I
just
just-
remember, heroes get remembered, but legends never die.
I mean, someone's got to add to the drama here, right?
No.
If you fail the next throw, I'm not
I
gonna be able to
already
help
know what
it.
I'm doing with my next.
I have
All right.
+3 to medicine as well, so if I see Bam still like bleeding out over there, I'm probably going to.
Do you
run
do you
over.
have zombie? Do you have a backup character written?
No, I have a different idea.
Okay, okay. So
It's the kobolds.
Yes,
the
please.
kobolds.
it is now the kobolds' turn. They go stab, stab, stab. So the gold
Yeah,
eyed
good.
one hits, does 5 damage. It
I'll be
bleeds.
damned if I got out damaged by a kobold.
They're doing it.
They're doing it. And then the amethyst colored eyes one also hits.
Please be dead.
5 damage. It's really close, y'all. You see them in a flurry of stabs just go up and up and up.
This can't be great for Emmeline's self-esteem.
Oh, thank you so
I was
much,
like-
Pat. Pat just gave you a nat 20, Bam.
Yep, I know.
Woo.
talking.
Thank you.
Thank you very much, Pat.
Okay, the
Oh, that's cool.
Grell. This creature has a couple of juicy targets now. There's 5 of y'all. Oh no.
Emmeline's standing up and bleeding. I didn't say that.
Yeah.
Just don't hit the kobolds.
It's trying to hit the kobold right now.
No!
Yeah, I know what your system is for it. It's hitting the kobold on the right.
What's your armor class? Oh, it doesn't hit. Yo, the kobolds have 14 armor class.
The kobolds are the real characters.
They're kind of tanky. So the beak tries to launch towards the kobold with amethyst eyes, and it just grazes the armor, takes away some of the leather plating, and then it will attack Clay with the tentacles.
I don't know.
22.
Yeah, that hit.
Ouch.
All right, you take 10 piercing damage, and you are... Roll me a Constitution saving throw. See if you're poisoned. 9. You are poisoned. You are now paralyzed.
I'm sure that's fine.
You get swept up into the tentacles of this creature. It is, coincidentally, your turn. So you may roll a Constitution saving throw. 17. Okay, you are no longer poisoned, but it does end your turn. Tell me what this looks like as you're, like, fighting the poison and, like, you...
Clay is just, like, kind of... They get speared in the side and just sort of, like, hunch in on themselves. Just trying to, like, mitigate as much damage as possible. And their muscles sort of, like, spasm and lock up for a moment before they're able to break out.
Nice. Emmeline, it's your turn.
So is Bam getting divine intervention, or should I run over and do a medicine check?
I think what's gonna happen is Bam is probably gonna use a nat 20 to stand up with 1 hit point.
Probably. I was going to, yes.
Also, there's a thing that did just spear you in front of you.
Yeah, I'm gonna kill this thing.
Okay.
I think I can actually kill it this time.
Probably.
I hope so.
Well,
it's not like you can roll two nat
22
ones.
to hit.
You will have to roll again, please, with disadvantage.
Basically, I can only miss this thing on a 1 or a 2.
It's possible. Okay, that's a hit.
That's a 16.
Roll damage.
My, like, plus to hit is ridiculous.
Mm-hmm.
That's 15 damage.
Good night.
It's still alive.
Tell me what this looks like.
Wow.
Okay, so I'm bracing myself on the wall behind me. Like, I am bleeding out of several holes in my body right now. I pull my bow out. I look kind of up at this thing, and I aim, like, just above its beak. And the arrow goes in one side, straight out the other side in, like, a display of viscera. And it then slumps to the floor.
As it hits the ground, there's a wet squelching noise as this brainy mass clumps there. Emmeline, or should I say Ine, you have drawn the star card. This particular encounter has made you feel stronger and more yourself.
No.
With the star card, you can increase ability score by 1, but it cannot exceed 24. Please do that immediately.
Oh, okay, dexterity. I got to 19.
100%. Yes.
So,
Almost there.
I will say, Bam, because you were at 2 failures, it's going to be really hard for people to plug all your holes and stuff very quickly. You will have to make me a death saving throw. Do you want to use your nat 20?
I was going to say, before I was generously given a nat 20 by Pat, I was going to actually use one of my banked nat 20s, but I will use the nat 20 that Pat gave me to stand up.
Okay. Bam. For a moment, you remember darkness washing over you. You fell down and you felt the cold stone. You felt the constriction of the tentacles and then their release. What is Bam thinking about in his final moments? His not so final moments?
I think he felt sort of the sting of those tentacles, and if the art was correct, I mean, I know we saw the art for the tokens and then the actual art. Would there still have been like little prongs on the end of the tentacles?
Yeah.
Okay, so he felt every one of those like prongs just kind of dig into him, and it was a weird feeling. And as he's being poked and prodded by them, and they slowly kind of come out, as he's just sitting there, he's just thinking, like, oh, that hurt. I felt weird. Oh, and I guess sort of his final thoughts are being like, hoping that they can defeat this one enemy, because I believe the second one didn't show up till after I passed out.
Yep.
So I'm hoping that they'll fight this one off or whatever. And he kind of just passes out.
What is it in your mind as you're drifting through darkness that brings you back?
I think it would be Bam, probably in moments like this where we're thinking of his grandfather. He would be thinking, all kinds of different scenarios his grandfather would tell him about. For added context, he was an adventurer himself. So he was telling him about all of these different times. Oh, when you're feeling this way, when you face this kind of enemy, make sure you know whatever. And there was just this thought process of, I can't give up. I can't give up. I can't give up, because Grandpa didn't give up. Grandpa never gave up. Grandpa fought out of everything, and that's why I was able to be given everything that I've been fortunate to be given, and I'm doing this for him. And that sort of push and that sort of like thing kind of triggers in him. And I think when he was learning magic, there was some kind of like magical, like, I don't know if on and off switch would be the right word, but just like this snap of like awakening would happen as soon as I kind of caught my breath, that was like fueled from deep embeddedness of like this magic of my grandfather, reminding me of my grandfather, pushing me forward, giving me the motivation that I would. Maybe even like one of those things where you get like a hologram of someone who's not there, but you kind of get that whole emotion. And so that kind of happens, and that's what kind of kickstarts him up.
You hear your own voice saying, I can't give up. I can't give up. And then you hear your grandfather's voice, don't give up. Don't give up. And at that very last one, you see for a split second an image. You don't really know where it's from, where it is. You don't know any context of it. You've never seen it before, but there's something deeply familiar about it. In this split second vision that you get, you see a wide open space, a purple cavern bathed in dim light, and you see an upside-down pyramid made of black stone in front of you, impossibly large. And then as soon as you're able to see it, it's gone. And you open your eyes, and you are here in a very different cavern. And you wake up just as the girl hits the ground in a wet slap.
So I think there's going to be a moment where Bam freaks out, because he hears a slap of what he assumes is the dead thing, looks over, sees the other one that's already dead laying there, and he's like, what the hell is going on? And he like kind of like, I guess, freaks out and just kind of like is patting the wall and kind of slowly getting up, but very loudly is saying what the hell is going on, so anyone would hear it if he was like...
Emelina's going to slump back against the wall and just like sit down, have a breather, probably pass out.
Lyrinus is gonna head over to Bam and be like, "It's okay. We took care of that one. It's over. You're fine."
What just did this just fall? And am I hearing delayed reaction to
no, there was a second one, but the kobolds.
There was a second one.
There was a second one. The kobolds stabbed it profusely. It was glorious.
The kobold. Oh, I missed the kobolds shining so bright.
Yes, you missed the kobolds being a total stab game with clay. It was great.
Oh, lovely.
Imagine being shown up by kobolds.
I can't imagine what that would feel like. Sorry.
Yeah. It's not like there's somebody just...
As Emmeline slumps down and you're kind of all looking towards the kobolds, you see the one with amethyst eyes cocks its head, reaches into the mouth of the grell next to it. You hear a as it pulls something out. It appears to be a ring. It's extremely shiny, and it goes, ah, shiny. and it holds it up, and right as it holds it up, it cracks in half and breaks. Unfortunately, the card that the kobold got was the Talons card, where a magic item immediately breaks.
Can I please?
No.
Can I please roll whatever I need to comfort this definitely sad kobold?
You can after you're done with your conversation with Bam. You see the kobold just go, just pulls the ring down, and then happily gives the other half to the gold-eyed kobold. And so they each have half of a ring.
Okay, so
Clay
okay.
reaches down to his side and takes a deep breath, and there's a little bit of red staining the white of his fur now. But he grabs both of the... Oh god, I'm gone. Oh. He grabs both of the kobolds and pulls them into a big hug.
Hold on.
You two are the bravest kobolds I've ever met.
You kobolds know what hugs are. No.
I hope so.
They're like just kind of awkwardly... Like, you know when you pick up a cat and it's not really a cuddler and it's like kind of frozen for a moment? You have your arms around the kobolds. You're hugging the kobolds. The kobolds are just standing there.
This is called a hug.
Hug.
It's to show that you care and to give thanks.
Hug. They hug you.
Yeah.
Yeah.
And then Clay is going to extort Emmeline for dried meat to give to the two heroes.
I don't know if
I am
anyone's conscious.
out of it.
Yeah.
I'm out of it and barely conscious. You can feel free. Can we have a short rest?
So you have some options here. You probably don't want to rest right next to the bloody corpses of these monsters,
Probably
but
not.
there are various cavernous spaces that you've explored. You can pick one, or you can go up. Choice is yours.
I think the kobolds wouldn't like doing that if we went outside, but no.
You do know that pretty much right next to the cavern space that you're in, there's the table, and you could rest there if you want.
Oh, hell yes. If it's right next to where we are, then Emmeline's like dragging herself the whole way, like Inez.
You see Emmeline moving over towards the west. Please feel free to move your token.
Yeah. And I'm just gonna go and yeah.
Okay. Yeah, so as we initiate a short rest here, feel free to roll as many hit die as you like to regain hit points if you need it.
Can I attune to that thing I found?
Yes, we can do an hour short rest here.
And Clay gives both of the kobolds a gold coin.
Oh my god, they're having a field day. They dance around you. They're happy.
Oh, that was perfect. Okay.
This is what heroes get.
Hero!
This is how we make kobold adventurers. We're doing it.
Okay,
Let's go.
so Clay heals 11 hit points. Bam rolls 2 hit die and heals a total of 9. Did you want
What I
to roll hit dice, Emily?
I think I just did. Hang on, roll hit die. There you
Okay.
go. That was 1. Roll 2. Oh no, that was 1. Yeah. So I gain 11 health.
Okay, you can roll more if you want.
That was 2 hit die.
Oh, okay, gotcha. All right, you heal 11. What does it look like when you attune to a magic item? You can take total creative liberty here.
Oh, this one is. I'm fully aware that Clay is probably staring at me while I do this, but I take out the crystal.
Full legs crossed, arms
weird,
folded.
The weird, veiny crystal thing. And I'm going to open my mind to it to try and figure out what it is. Consequences be damned, let's go.
Okay, I love this visual. As Clay is sitting there, arms crossed, the two kobolds are doing the exact same thing. So you are currently being judged by multiple beings at the same time.
As if I hadn't already been, like... as if I hadn't already been shown up by kobolds.
It's like we're suddenly in a Yakuza game.
Emmeline, as you open your mind up to this... I don't know if I have any spooky...
Oh, no.
Fantastic.
Let's go.
There we go.
It's not what I wanted, but it'll do. Okay. You open your mind up to this unusual item you found in the skull of a mind flayer. It almost feels like a soft caress at first. Something inviting, something trying to pull you in, trying to see how far it can push, where it can go. And you feel pretty confident in yourself. You feel like you have a pretty strong control over this situation. Whatever it is, it's trying to dig deep. It's trying to build a connection. It isn't inherently insidious by any means, but it is probing. And it is especially in your mind. As you open up your mind, it reaches out. You can change the weird crystal in your inventory to a psi crystal.
Knew it! Yes!
As you begin to attune to this, it begins to glow. What's your intelligence score?
My intelligence is 12.
Okay. As long as you are attuned to the psi crystal, you gain the ability of having telepathy. Your telepathy can reach 60 feet, and the psi crystal shines brightly in a 10-foot radius and an additional 10 feet in dim light. So you will have to actively cover it. Otherwise, it will be a constant light source. As long as you are attuned to it. So the group of you see as Emmeline is attuning to this item, it begins to glow. Something within it stirs, and it begins to hum this gentle light. And soon this purplish light begins to flood the area as it stabilizes the attunement finishing. What does
What bad
Emmeline...
influences are for.
What does Emmeline look like as you're going through this? And then how does everyone else react to Emmeline?
Oh, so while Emmeline's going through this, you start to see her hair turn white. And you start to see her skin turn to what the audience knows is her actual skin tone. Her eyes go jet black, and she doesn't really know what just happened there. She doesn't realize she's reverted, and she takes a deep breath, puts the now glowing crystal down, and thinks. And while she thinks everybody else around hears this, she goes, "Well, that was weird." And you all hear it in your mind.
Clay no longer looks judgy. His jaw is just dropped, and his eyes are sparkling.
I love Clay so much.
Learnus sort of looks at who they know as Emmeline, but clearly this is someone else, and looks at their black eyes, which apparently they haven't realized yet that they now have, and sort of looks them in the eye, like genuinely, and says, "Hello, nice to meet you. Who might you be?"
The crystal do this?
Okay. I think so. She's like, gonna switch to talking out loud. Like, I think so. Looks down, goes, "Oh. Well, shit. Looks round. Is anybody being judgy right now?
No, absolutely not.
Clay is starstruck. He
I
thinks you
have
look
some
awesome.
explaining to do, I think.
Bam has questions.
I think as
curious, but
I think as Ine says, I have some explaining to do. That's a perfect place for us to end today's episode.
Yes.
Oh, wow.
And then 2 more grells.
No.
Oh
Please
my
no.
god. Thank you so much, everyone, for joining us for this episode of Rime of the Frostmaiden. That was intense. I think that was a really good episode back. A lot of shit happened.
We got so many kobolds.
Yeah.
So many friends.
There's 2 brave ones, but there's a total of 7 of them. So we're gonna see what happens.
Promote the 2 ones that were brave and stabbed people up to throne guard. There you go.
We're getting them leather armor.
They already
custom-made.
have leather armor. That's why they were so tanky. They had an armor class
Getting them
of
cooler
14.
leather armor.
Oh, okay.
Mine's 15.
Yeah, they're
Mine's
pretty
6.
tough. Yeah, but I feel like you're gonna run into some problems with logistics. Deciding to
Feeding them is going to be a nightmare.
Hey,
Yeah.
Lyrinus has so much money. He keeps showing it to everyone.
Well, more so, I do have a lot of rations that I haven't ended up using.
Okay, you
So.
used some of mine. I'm down to 10 days of rations.
I still have a good amount, but I'm willing to feed these kobolds.
Excellent. So, to button up our session here, we're going to go around and please tell me who you are, where we can find you, and what your favorite part of the episode was today. And we'll start with Melly.
Hey, I'm MellyVT. I am a TTRPG player and DM. I mostly do stuff on this channel. And yeah, I play Ine, who's a changeling, and now everyone knows it, which is great. I don't actually have to keep that secret anymore.
It was so perfect.
And
I'm
keep
so
constantly calling. I knew I had to do it. I was like, how does this look? This is perfect for it. So I'm really, really glad I could do that. But yeah, thank you very much, Stella.
Thank you. We'll pop on over to Vertigo.
Hello, I'm Vertigo or V. I'm a variety streamer on Twitch. I mostly play whatever I'm feeling like at the time. Bad influence we all need. My favorite part, I mean, obviously I love kobolds, but I love just slowly breaking Melly into doing the thing they didn't want to do.
I'm so glad that you did it. I'm so glad that you did it. I was like, no, they can't walk away from this cool thing. They just...
Anyone other than Clay would have been like, "Oh no, like you're right."
Anyone other than Clay Emmeline would have been like, "I'm staying away from that." When Clay did that, going towards it, I was like, "Nope." Yeah.
When Clay grew up on adventure stories, like he's got the rosy glasses, tales of magical items and artifacts.
The one who grabbed that, because I have both personalities of Emmeline and Ina. The one who grabbed that was Ina.
Yep. Fantastic. Thank you so much. We'll pop on over to Schroeder.
Hello, my name is Schroeder. I have been Lyrinus, they, them, and me, they, them, both of us. I'm kind of out of it right now. I really enjoy being back. I think I very much just continued to like the developing stuff that we have with the kobolds. I could tell even last session before even V was here that we were all gonna just want to protect and keep the kobolds. So I'm glad that's working out for us. I'm really sad that the ring broke, but they split it and they still seem happy. I am starting to do more things, create a new game. You can go back to the start of the stream if you want to hear the host spiel. And that's it for me.
Thank you very much. We'll pop on over to Zombie.
Hello, I'm Jacob. I'm Zombie MZ. I'm what names to call me. I am the lore keeper and Captain Z of the Good Ship Clip. I probably do too many clips. That's up to your own discretion.
Nope.
Today, your own discretion. I played Brav Nash. Happy little orc wizard boy. Favorite moment of tonight. I think that there was just a lot of, I don't know, there was just a lot of like fun, both mystery and drama in this that I really, really enjoyed, just overarching throughout the entire session. I'm just happy that we're all playing again. There's on that too. But yeah, the very end, that whole like, oh yeah, this was neat. Looks at the skin. Wait, oh no. Like now we got a whole thing of introducing who this new person is to us next time. So that'll be completely fun. I didn't do any of this last time for whatever reason, but you can find me on Twitter at zombiefighter89. If you go there, or on Blue Sky, I'm on either one. If you go there on the pinned tweet, there is both a little business card that was made by the amazing Lady May. Also, there is in there a link to a spreadsheet that I made a while ago, and it finally brought it out probably the last time we streamed this, if I remember correctly, or the time before, where it shows all of my different video edits I've done, promo videos I've done, stuff like that. If you're looking for anyone to do video editing, Twitch clipping, I am your guy. Also, I feel bad for not shouting this out at the beginning, but friend of the channel, Dungeon Dame, makes amazing shirts, and I thought there's no better shirt to wear than one of my shirts today from Dungeon Dame's store. I believe on Instagram their name is dungeon.dame, and on their page it'll link you to the different shirts and all that you can buy. And I realize I'm wearing the ranger shirt when I meant to wear the wizard shirt, but whatever.
Multi-class.
Yeah, I tried to match it and I screwed it up. Anyway, yeah, so that's me. And now we're gonna take it over to the best GM I think I've ever had, Stella.
Thank you. That's so nice. I'm Stellina. Thank you so much for watching. If you have enjoyed this, please consider giving us a follow, subscribing to us on YouTube. That's a free way that you can support the channel. And of course, as always, thank you so much to all of our Patreons, some of which you can see here on the screen with us today. All of the Patreons, their support is basically what makes it possible for me to be able to do this, to run these sort of things. And if you're interested in playing, there are some new things brewing up for the coming year. Please hop into our Discord. We are going to be doing some community stuff here pretty soon. And I also want to give a real quick shout out to Godfather Wraith, to Zombie, and to Pat Draws. Thank you so much for making this stream back extremely special. We have some juicy cards that didn't get played, some dramatic nat 20s that definitely helped the situation. And then now I have to figure out all the logistics of having 7 kobolds be part of the party. So thank you so much for that, I guess.
Or are you going to make us figure out the logistics?
Yes. Thank you for volunteering.
Why did you do that? Why did you do that?
Because it makes it more likely that she'll let us keep the kobolds.
True.
Oh
Yes.
my gosh. Oh, this is so fun. But yeah, we will be back not next week, but the week after for more Rime of the Frostmaiden at 8 p.m. Eastern Time. Hope you have a wonderful rest of your evening, and thank you for joining us. Bye, everybody!
Bye.